It's a little dead meme.
Perfect.
We are nigga.
All right.
We love cheese.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Snark podcast. We are your hosts. We're here to help you laugh through this little day and share some interesting little stories with you. Just kidding. There's nothing happening actually. Like sincerely, there's once again nothing going on that isn't obvious.
There's an eternal struggle.
Yeah, there's an eternal
whether
struggle.
A McDonald's should keep its high C orange lava blast or not at on the border of Israel and Gaza.
Yeah, this is the inciting incident, I believe, was McDonald's getting rid of their lava blast high C, and it's a shame. Hopefully, McDonald's comes to their senses and ends this.
Yeah,
but you know, we've got. We're gonna lead again with questions. Usually, obviously, this is the new format kind of for the show. We're gonna lead with your questions anyway. We were gonna do that regardless, but obviously, when things come up, they come up, and we are definitely gonna talk about it. Just a quick bit of housekeeping. We do have this extra ammo. That's a deep dive into the JF Garapace stuff. That is a different type of extra ammo that I'm sure you guys will have a fun time listening to. So go check that out over at patreon.com/thestarktank. I always forget to do this. So I'm making an effort to remember at the beginning of every fucking show. Because it works. Patreon's exploding over there. I just did some quick maths, and I think it comes out to $8 billion between the three of us. Like not even like split like per person, which is crazy. So the podcast is exploding. Go over if you want to be a part of something that everybody else is obviously a part of. Go over to the patreon.com/thestarktank because everybody else is doing it clearly if we're making $8 billion. Yeah. And we could stand to make a couple more.
Yeah, there's
every single person on the planet gave us $1. That'd be insane.
Even the babies.
You would think about this. If every single one of you donated $1, you could feed 30 like late 20s, early 30s year olds for at least a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And is there a better cause than that? I don't know, man. Like, you think about cancer research, and I'm like, dude, they've been researching cancer for so long, still nothing? I don't know, man. I'll tell you one thing. You get $1, you throw me $1, that dollar's immediately going to food, and I'm immediately fed. So, like, there's a pretty good case to be made that this podcast is a better use of your funds than cancer research is. I'm not going to be the one to say that.
That's a for real, serious, no joke, serious argument that can be made.
I'm not going to be the one to say that.
I think we made it to the end of cancer research like years ago. I think we finished that race a long time ago. He's been chilling on the finish line. Like, yeah, maybe.
What if it's something really stupid like just eat an avocado every day?
Or like let somebody piss in the open wound of yours.
Like, do you think we'd feel? Do you think we would feel like really fucking stupid if we put all this money into research and we found that it was just like, oh, like turns out like if you just have one full avocado every day, you just don't. It just does. It like straight up doesn't. It straight up not only cures cancer but prevents it, and that's literally all you need to do.
I would still get cancer.
I probably would too, honestly. I don't like avocados at all.
I don't understand why people like them. I really don't.
Thank you. I gotta say this as specifically as like a Hispanic, specifically as like a Puerto Rican. Yeah. Or I guess not Puerto Rican specifically, because avocado is not necessarily Puerto Rican. It's more like I would say they
definitely grow them there though.
They do grow them there, and it is like a big thing. But I think it's probably more Mexican than anything else, right?
It's more culturally Mexican, but it's also we're in America, so everything that's Hispanic is more Mexican.
That's true. Yeah. But dude, like, I've always fucking hated. I cook with avocado oil sometimes because it like burns at like a lower. Like it's good to cook with.
Healthy
like,
fat.
Yeah, for sure. But like, I do not understand the love for the texture, taste, and anything about it. Like everything about avocado just does not work for me.
I don't understand the flavor. I thought maybe my tongue was broken,
dude.
Legitimately. When I have people's avocado dip or anything, some guacamole. I don't understand. I taste it. I do it all the time to be like, there's got to be. This is so not flavorful to me. It's very dull.
It's
very,
like, it's like playing a game that everybody tells you is amazing, and then you're like, and you play it and you hate it, and you're like, no, I can't hate. Like, there's got to. This has to be me, man. Like, this has to be me. Like, what am I not? What am I not? What am I not getting?
That was me with Death Stranding. Like, just sitting there for like 35 hours, being like, what am I missing?
Well, Death Stranding is. Death Stranding's not. I wouldn't call Death Stranding a universally beloved game, though.
I know, but a lot of people that had good opinions about video games told me they loved it, and I'm just sitting there like, what? Where?
Yeah, you got it.
What part? What part is it get good?
That's why I felt bad for my friend. My friend did that with Mass Effect, where I try to get my friend into Mass Effect, where I hyped it up to the fucking moon. But to be fair, she's a big Assassin's Creed franchise. You know, I was thinking, well, like, you'll like this way better because there's way more to offer or something. And she just was like, I'm good. She was like, I think there was maybe too much trekking, too much, maybe there's too. I was like, yeah,
too much trekking in in a game that isn't Assassin's Creed from a person who prefers Assassin's Creed. Well, Assassin's Creed 1 was literally all just slowly walking behind somebody.
It is slowly walking, but it's in very controlled areas. I think it's true. The fact that if you want to get this special armor or like this secret, you want to do the secret mission for one of the characters, get his family's armor. You got to first find the fucking planet, then drive for a long time. It's a lot. I was like, I get it. I mean,
yeah, I don't know. Man. I loved Assassin's Creed back in the day. Assassin's Creed 2 is is so good. Like 2 and Brotherhood are awesome. Like that's like Assassin's Creed 2 specifically those two games, 2 and Brotherhood, it's like the Da Vinci Code and Banjo-Kazooie. Like, just smashed into each other. Because it's just like this collectathon in like fucking Italy. In Renaissance Italy. And it's
I feel like you remember that game fondly into what it is. Because I remember
I played it. Cool. I played it recently, and I really... Well, I will say that the Desmond parts have always sucked. And that's like the worst part of it, really.
Always suck. Bro,
yeah,
okay. You know what I did? So I wanted to play... I'm considering playing Mirage. Just because I saw a few people's reviews, because they're saying, oh, it's a callback. It's like 20 hours to beat it or something. It's a callback to the old shit. It's a lot more.
I do miss that.
And so I was like, it's $50 brand new too. I was like, I'll find it even for cheaper on like CD keys or something. And I'm like, okay, so I'm considering playing it. Now I wanted to play a little bit of Valhalla just to be like, oh, here's the last one where they're completely abandoning this thing. I want to feel this again. I started a new game and I keep forgetting about that anime shit, like where there's the real people. I'm like, actually, the opening scene, I'm actually kind of enthralled with it because it's really nice. I'm like, oh. And then all of a sudden, there's like this glitching happening, and I'm like, I forget. It completely takes me out of the fucking game. Like, those parts are always terrible. And then it crashed because you Connect or whatever, it's a complete shit. If you've ever used Ubisoft Connect, it's the worst dog piece of shit launcher ever. It literally crashed. As soon as I started playing, I'm controlling the fucking guy in the crowd. I just uninstalled it, and I'm like, yeah. But that's actually, you know what? I'm not gonna play it anymore because it's just Ubisoft Connect is it's the worst launcher in history of launchers.
Bad, yeah,
it's crazy.
That's why sincerely, anytime I have a Ubisoft game that I want to play, I never get it on PC. Like I'm always just like, yo, put it on console because it like kind of bypasses the Ubisoft Connect a little bit.
I don't even understand.
Where I'm just like,
that is a good point.
What is
but
Ubisoft
I can't remember the last
again?
time they made Splinter Cell, or they made Splinter Cell back in the day when
did you try
when they actually made stuff.
The Division? I think that's on. Is that them?
They did make The Division as well.
Yeah.
Which honestly, dude, I stand by. The Division 2 is fucking actually really good. Like, sincerely, I think it's one of those games that had I not already been like completely committed to Destiny at that point, I probably would have spent a lot more time on it.
I see.
Because it's just Destiny 2, but like Gears of War. With some like Splinter Cell type like theming, like espionage.
What's going on in that game? Like, what's happening?
Well, it hits a little close to home now, but it's about. Do you know the story of the Division at all? So it's like the Division 1 anyway starts off with like this thing called the dollar flu, which at some point in Christmas time, I don't remember what year, but like this flu went around and it was like this huge global pandemic that fucked everything up. So it was like everything was like permanently Christmas basically, because like it's like this awesome because it hit during Christmas and like all the decorations stayed up and everybody got sick and died and all this like military shit happened and like martial law and there were these dark zones that like people couldn't go. It's kind of cool. Like, it's not really about the story for The Division to me. It's like, it's more about like, oh, Gears of War with like Tom Clancy style backdrop. It's genuinely pretty solid, especially as like a team-based thing. I miss co-op. I miss co-op games like a lot. Like, I don't know why that's like stopped being a thing in the same way.
It's kind of crazy. They're just gone.
Like, Left 4 Dead was my shit, honestly. And Gears of War 2 Horde mode and fucking all these things that like, yo, let's play together.
And I play fighting games, man, so I never lost the co-op experience. At least playing games with your friends experience like that.
Well, no, but that's not co-op. That's specifically PvP.
It's not co-op, but I still experience the idea of like I still can sit down at the TV with my friend and play video games because I did that like last weekend with like Street Fighter. Like we just sit down and we're still playing.
No, it's
not the same experience, but it's still similar enough for me to be like I still play games with my friends.
But you know what I mean? Like the feeling of doing a Destiny raid. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
definitely.
That's the kind of thing where it's like I miss this shit. That's why I want them to remaster to put the original Gears trilogy back on like modern hardware because like dude, I would be so all over that Horde mode. It's insane. I miss it so fucking much, and it still plays. I mean, like, didn't we play it like in the last like 2 years, Kingston?
Yeah, we played it in
like,
our last apartment.
It is like if that was a room full of like 4 people, dude.
I missed it. That was a long time ago, man. Split screen was a crazy long period of time ago. It was like I remember
it's not
playing
even just split screen, man. It's just co-op.
Fun.
I want co-op.
Co-op in general. I mean, just co-op PvE is super fun. It was one thing that I really enjoyed about Mass Effect 3's online, their multiplayer.
Yeah.
Because it was one of the things like I'm gonna be real. I am not the savviest fucking gamer when it comes to competing online doing PvP. Like the only time I really took it seriously was Modern Warfare 2 fucking 2009. And so past then I'm like, all right, fuck getting killed every 5 seconds. So when you're doing PvE, it's just now you can actually stand a chance because there's ways around to defeat the fucking AI.
I can definitely feel myself getting worse at PvP as I get older. Like it's definitely like I'm definitely not as quick as I used to be, and so it's like, man, I want to play video games. Anymore.
I'm just smarter. That's it. I just utilize the tools I have in the game better now than I was younger. Before I had more twitch reflexes. I was like, let's shoot somebody. But now I'm like, it's like, I'll trick you.
I noticed that. Like I was playing like Halo, ranked last night with Jalen, and we were doing okay. But I was like, damn, I used to really like clean this shit up, and it's just like it's gone now. It's like it's a lot more even. And so I'm like, man, I just want to. I wish there was a way for us to play this, and I think they are actually putting Firefight in the next like couple weeks. But like, I want a way to play this with my friends without necessarily like sweating all the time. You know what I mean? that's what I want, and I think Gears does that. I think The Division does that pretty well. Destiny does that really great with like the strikes and all that stuff. But
I've taken such a break from Destiny; it's crazy. I haven't turned that game on in weeks.
Yeah, it's been a long time, dude. There's so much out. Also, like it's just like
nonstop.
Like, I'm playing Cyberpunk right now. I'm playing Starfield still. And I just started Sea of Stars, which is not a game that I think anybody would expect me to play because it's like such a fucking... It's like if you Google Sea of Stars, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Where it's like it's this old like pixel art 2D kind of JRPG type thing.
It plays like
but it's good. I love it. It reminds me of Legacy of Goku a lot.
It plays not the same way, obviously. It looks like Legacy of Goku.
It looks a lot like Legacy of Goku.
Yeah, just more different. It's like more purple and orange, but it plays like Mario and the 7 Stars, whatever it's called.
That's not a real thing.
What's it called? What is the Square Enix Mario game? What is it called again?
Square Enix.
There's a Square Enix Mario game. There's a Square Enix Mario game. Yeah. There's a Square Enix Mario game. It exists.
You're talking about the rabbits?
No.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
There's a Mario Square Enix game.
There's absolutely not.
What year are we talking about?
What year?
Let me see.
No balls. Couldn't list the year.
Looking it up. No balls.
Couldn't list the year. No balls, pussy. That's not real. Square Enix never made a Mario game. That's not.
Yeah, Super Mario RPG: Legend of the 7 Stars. It's Mario Square Enix.
They made Square Enix made that.
I was gonna say you must be referring to
Nintendo and Square Enix.
And that's why I would say, why are you calling? Nobody calls it that. That's why I'm like, everybody calls it Super Mario RPG. So I'm like, why are you
That's
saying
crazy
the
that you-
subtitle? Like that, nobody calls it that though.
That's wild.
So that's why I was like, is he referring to that? I'm not
What's
sure.
so funny about that is that he was thinking in his head, like, what's the name of the Super Mario RPG?
I wasn't. it was not coming to because everybody calls it RPG. Obviously,
Yeah, that's what I was
what
like.
it is. And you guys
So
are right.
I try
but
to
I was
ask
like,
you, when did it
what's
come
the-
out? Because I
like-
would be like, oh, you're referring to this. You must be referring to this.
Because the reason,
they
why
actually
that,
make
the reason
it?
why that game stuck out to me because it was because
Yes,
I remember
they did.
playing it when I was little.
crazy.
It was fun. It was very fun. It was timing based too. I thought that was really cool about the game. And then I grew up and I was like, oh, that's Mario and Square Enix. That's insane.
Wait, did they made it?
That's one that I
They made it together.
that was one that I skipped because I don't know
Wow,
why I didn't skip
interesting.
it. I don't know why I skipped it. I think I saw a little bit. I was at my neighbor's house and they were playing it, and I saw the wrong thing. Same thing happened with me with Morrowind when my brother was playing Morrowind. I saw the wrong part being played, and I was like, "That's stupid. That looks dumb. I don't want to play that."
That was Kingdom Hearts. That was Kingdom Hearts for me when I saw the fucking. He's like, "Yo, play Kingdom Hearts with me," and I'm like, "Okay." And then it was like
That
the
is the
fucking
worst
Little Mermaid.
part. That is
the fucking
that
Little
is
Mermaid part.
actually the worst part of the game. Like for real. Like, dude,
I love
I'm
how that
so
could
ups-
happen. He
I'm
just
so upset I
experienced the
played
worst part of the
Kingdom
game.
Hearts.
Like, this shit
I'm
ain't
s-
for me.
I'm so upset I know about. I'm so upset that game ever got to me. Like I hate Kingdom Hearts so. Like I've never played a more letdown of a game than Kingdom Hearts 3. Like that game is that is a waste of money and time.
That's so funny.
It is such
look,
a waste of a game, dude.
You know what got me? Because I don't care about Disney in that way. Like I like Disney as a like casual, like I grew up with Disney stuff. I'm not really into like anime in that way where like how Sora looks and everything. It always looks stupid to me. I thought like a lot of Final Fantasy Square Enix shit looks stupid as fuck to me. But I still played it. It was the theme song, that dearly beloved theme song, that fucking pulled me in. I was just like,
Good song.
nobody
that game
even
has
puts
good
this
music,
much.
man. People argue. I've heard Chris argue this before, and that's because I said, "Oh, Kingdom Hearts has some great music in it," and you
Yeah.
said, "I don't know how you said." I'm like, dude, it's some really good music, like orchestral, really, really good music.
It's good.
Unfortunately,
It's good. I like some
unfortunately,
of the-
it's
I like
attached
some
to
of the
Kingdom Hearts. Unfortunately,
Yeah, I beat the first one. I was like, that was a experience. Like, I just didn't. It didn't, because like I feel, the people who really like those fucking characters, like say
Pedophiles.
Donald and besides that, yeah,
It's
it's
tism.
like really young kids, like really really young, and then like adults that appreciate, like Gen X that appreciated like Mickey and Goofy and Donald and stuff. Like, I didn't really give a fuck about them on that level where I'm like, oh, I want to play a game with them. I want to hang out with these fucking guys. Oh, hey, look, it's Genie. I get to see him for 2 seconds, so let's fight Aladdin. I'm like, that's kind of cool, I guess. It didn't. I feel like I would have been better if it was. I grew up with Power Rangers, like, say, more in depth. That was more of my lane. So if they made something like that, maybe I would have been more engaged.
did you ever play the Power Rangers game
Power
for
Rangers
Super
meets
Nintendo?
Ice Road Truckers.
Let's fucking
Their
go.
Megazords and have to deliver shit.
Rangers, go! There's a lot of sleet on this thing. Just go shovel some of this shit away.
It's just
So
a Power Ranger.
he goes, he like jumps at it. What's the name of his? Saba? No, Saba's the
No,
Saba's
I think you're right.
the white
I think it's
dagger.
Saba, the
white
sword.
dagger.
Yeah, the sword
What's
with that
the- what's
fucking
the
tiger
dra-
on it.
What's the dragon one called? It's the dragon flute, the dragon dagger.
Yeah, I don't
guess?
think it has a name. So, but it's just like that dragon
Called
dagger. It's a
dragon
flute dagger.
He makes a dragon come out the floor and
Yeah, it just-
breaks the ice.
Just ruins the entire road though. It's undrivable now.
It's like, yo, we can't live. We can't get food to people that live in these towns now. The
you guys
commerce
ever
of
see-
these places is shut down. What have you
you guys
done,
ever see-
Tommy?
Did you guys ever see the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie
I've seen
that came
all
out in
of them.
'97?
I've seen all of
I don't
them.
remember any of them. I watched them so passively.
Oh, this one actually might have been
literally-
95.
those
Ivan
were-
Ooze,
95,
bro?
I think. Yeah, with Ivan Ooze.
Of
You ever
course,
see
when he
that?
became the ninja, when he got the ninja
Oh.
powers.
Power Rangers to me was just a big toy commercial. I didn't give a shit what was happening.
I mean,
I
definitely
just
was.
kept seeing. No, but I mean, even in the way that I would absorb it, I was like, I as a child, I understood nothing of value is happening here. I just it looks cool, and if I see a little gadget that I want, I'm going to beg my parents for it, and maybe I'll get one of them.
That's all. I mean, that I fully embraced it as commercial, just paraphernalia or whatever you want to call it, because
Yeah,
that's
1,000,000%.
It was, that's all I cared about was that, oh, I can't wait for this to be a toy whenever I saw like a new Zord or when they had something that was a little bit different. I couldn't wait. I didn't want to be a Power Ranger myself because like I always feel like there was a disconnect where the way that they wrote shit. They're like, oh man, these kids they like there was a part where they had an actual little boy replace Billy, the Blue Ranger, and there was this little kid named Justin who would grow into a full-size adult when he morphed.
He didn't replace Billy. He replaced what's his name?
No, he replaced Billy.
He was like Shazam.
He was that was after Zeo. Billy was already gone by Zeo.
No, there was.
It was.
There wasn't another Blue Ranger. Until
100% was.
So there was a second movie that came out in '97.
I remember.
That's when he got introduced.
But was Billy there? Was Billy because in Zeo was Billy the Blue Ranger?
Yeah, but Billy wasn't. Look, we don't need to argue about this. This is stupid,
right? I don't know. I have really striking
Tommy
memories
broke his back or whatever,
it.
but he didn't become this kid didn't become the Green Ranger. He was the fucking Blue Ranger.
I know he was the Blue Ranger, but I think I don't know who he replaced.
I
know someone got hurt and he took their morpher.
Can I ask you guys something? Did you ever have this toy? I'm gonna send it in the chat. It's called the Power Rangers Lost Galaxy Morpher.
So I didn't have any Lost Galaxy toys.
I don't know how I came across this thing, but I had this thing and I don't even remember what the fuck it did.
I will say
I loved it.
Lost Galaxy, if you want to talk about Lost Galaxy, I will say it has probably one of the best theme songs, besides the original, of course. But like
that original theme song for Power Rangers is fucking top tier material.
It's really amazing.
Good, man.
It's great.
It's unreasonably really good, actually.
I know like way too much about Power Rangers.
Lost Galaxy, Zeo was fire.
Power Rangers,
Lost in Space,
Galaxy.
Dude, oh my god!
Now you know what was the best one? The best. I think if I would argue with any Power Rangers fan, like any of those hardcore freaks that go to the cons all the time, I would argue, and you guys, I know you guys haven't seen this because this came out when I was I was a senior in high school.
I might have seen it,
So
Derek.
check this out. So 2006. All right, 2006. I didn't have first period, so I can go to school late. I would watch. I forgot what I would watch first, but it would at 8:30. Power Rangers SPD would fucking come on. So Space Patrol Delta.
With the wolf-headed dude?
With that fucking Anubis, or they call him Doggy for short, Doggy Kruger.
The jackal-headed dude, of course, I watched it.
I was like, when I saw this, I was like, oh, this is fucking retarded, right? But then I started watching it.
It was a good show.
And I was like, this is actually okay sci-fi. I was like, this is actually not bad, dude. I couldn't believe I'm actually watching this, and I started getting, because it became kind of, it was way less campy, and there was actually a purpose. It wasn't just like, oh, there's some fucking asshole, some fat asshole in a tube that just gave their powers and this dinosaur shit. It was like, oh, these guys are actually Rangers. They're Space Patrol Delta, and there's actually Alpha and Beta. There's different leagues, and they do different things. They either travel interstellar, or they do. So there was like an actual order to things. And then they had they had the Delta team. And but they weren't even the best and stuff, and there was ranks and stuff, and one guy was trying to live up to his father. I was like, this is
that
actually
was a Blue
fleshed
Ranger,
out.
and a black man was a Red Ranger too. That made me happy.
Dude,
it was like, let's go.
A con artist.
Yeah.
They made the con artist a leader of the team. And then the Blue Ranger, who was actually the guy that was supposed to be a leader, was all pissed off because an N-word was the leader. Essentially, that was the undertone
they
in a
made
fucking
this
kids
monkey a leader
show.
When it should have been me. It's this thieving monkey.
2006 was way too. Like, I was not watching.
I wasn't either. But then I got curious. I'm like, what the hell are they making now?
Way too late into my life. I got to admit,
because of
way
that,
too late.
I started checking out other ones I missed. I watched Dino Thunder, which had
was lit because
what's his name?
Came back.
Disappeared. Jason David Frank. He was he was the Black Ranger. He came back, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what is? I've missed so many years because they never stop. They're still going. They're literally still going.
That's crazy, man.
It's still happening
because it sells so many toys. Because every kid sees someone doing martial arts and with a suit on, they're like, I want that. They still want it. They have their iPad. They still have their toys and things like that.
Yeah, I just want them to stop doing those like dumb noises when they're going. Ay-ya! Like, even as a kid, it was a little.
Man, that's part of it. It's part of
the
when
charm,
I was a
bro.
kid, even I was like, this is much. The only one that I liked was Tommy. Tommy was the only guy because what he would say, he'd go, it's he would do that every move he would do.
Almost like he would prime out a. he would load a response into the chamber.
It was so specific.
May he rest in peace on the first.
Dude, yeah, he fucking killed himself.
One of our friends was very good friends with him.
What?
What? Unfortunate. One of our friends, Joe.
Didn't
he thought he was going to end the conflict. In the middle.
This is so disrespectful. Oh my god! I'm not making fun of this. I met him, and he was actually really dope.
JDF was the
GOAT. I just met him, but he seems nice.
But also, come on, bro. You can't. Come on. I don't want to be rude, but I think because apparently he had an argument with his wife, and I'm like, damn, I'm not trying to turn into Future right now and put on my misogyny hat, but
Future,
he's
had a tough life, man.
Look, man.
Yeah, well, he was battling. He was one of those people that, I mean, look, for someone who's clinically depressed, he battled for decades. That's something that, like, I know some people close to me they're battling every day, and sometimes I see a poster and I'm like, oh shit. Should I say something to try to, kind of talk them off of the ledge, so to speak? And it's a battle. And, like, one of my favorite singers from the Black Dahlia Murder, he fucking, 40s, in the 40s, he didn't make it. And so
that sucks, man. It's crazy how much of an actual killer depression is, and how they never have, like, I don't know, you never see, like, the Power Rangers fighting a depression. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it would be probably pretty good.
It's the most insane motherfuckers.
I just mean like generally.
You know how reductive that is,
like
Chris.
You know
how reductive that is.
No,
I kind of like it, dude.
Well,
no, I kind of don't. That is hype. It's like, oh, look, good job, guys. We beat depression today.
Like, is it
it's dead.
Just a guy
it's
that
dead now.
It's like
we killed it. And if you're still depressed, you're an idiot because we killed depression.
Rangers, good job. You have eradicated depression from this world.
You've eradicated depression, Power Rangers. Now anyone who is sad just because they suck.
Yeah, they're just a bitch boy. They're bitch made.
Aye, Zordon. We killed depression. These niggas are crazy.
I will say, listen. That new Power Rangers movie, that live action one, was not good at all, right?
Never saw it.
Oh, fuck. That was
not good at all.
Never saw it.
I smiled really hard at least once. And it was obviously for a fan service moment where they had Zordon, or not, was it Zordon, the fucking alien, the weird guy? Like, what's that guy's name?
Alpha. That's Alpha.
Alpha. I forgot his name. Alpha's like, he's like on the ground, and they're in there like their planes or whatever, and he's like, go Power Rangers, and then the original fucking song plays, and it's like, this is sick, this is awesome, and then it immediately fades away. It doesn't even end. They don't even let the song crescendo, and I'm like, ah.
Dude, everything about that movie was you ever see like The Covenant and all those? For a while there was all those movies coming out, even Harry Potter, where it had that blue fucking like tent over it. It had that.
Dude, I that's the reason I couldn't stand Harry Potter after like Prisoner of Azkaban. Yeah. I was like, I can't see this fucking movie. I don't know what's going on. It's so dark. Everything's blue. What happened to the color?
There was an era of movies. There was I don't know if it was like the same guy, because you know how like Judd Apatow made all of those comedy movies in that era, and they all had the same fucking like structure. I feel like something was happening around that time, because the Power Rangers, that movie felt like those movies that were kind of these teenage movies where it's like the tin, it's all dark and gritty and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is this for Power? I'm like, okay, if you want to take the Power Rangers seriously, okay, but everything else about it was just terrible. I mean, you got a fucking Hispanic chick with an Asian name. Like, they didn't even want, like, okay, she's still Trini. I'm like, why? Like, it's just lazy.
She could be South American, bro. You know this.
Sure, I mean, like, if it could be, but it's also just lazy and palette
that blue
swapping.
filter shit annoyed the hell out of me.
I hated that movie. Why would you bring that movie up? Now I remember it. I thought I was
what it reminded me of.
I forgot about it. God damn it!
I
remember every moment of that movie.
Was basically the same fucking movie.
Was it really?
It just like troubled fucking those people were teenagers, I'm assuming, in The Covenant.
They were teenagers.
Did you guys see the Predator movie where they insinuate that autism is like the evolution of humanity or whatever?
No,
I feel like it might be though. I feel like it might be though.
Okay, hold on.
It might be though.
I understand that this sounds like something I would make up, but I'm not even remotely kidding. This is actually the thesis of the fucking movie. I don't remember. Was it Predator?
Was it the 2018 one, right?
Yeah, I think so.
The one that came out recently. I think I didn't see it. I think
Predator
I missed
2018. Yeah, it's called The Predator.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't there like some autistic kid that's like in like?
Dude, I'm not even joking. The whole point of the movie is to show that he's the next stage in human evolution because he's autistic. I'm not even fucking kidding.
It's coming back to me. I think I saw Red Letter Media do a review of it. I think you're right. I think I remember that actually.
That really good black actor from from that ridiculously sad show. I forgot what he's called.
Oh man,
Trevante Rhodes?
No, that's not his name.
A sad show. I mean, you gotta be. That's
it's like
way too vague.
It's like an unbelievably sad show that comes on like Hulu. I forgot what it's called.
I
don't watch
like
sad
it's an
shit on
exclusive
Hulu.
show on Hulu.
I think it's a Hulu show.
I don't watch it.
I'll look up the Predator.
Michael B. Jordan, Jamie Foxx.
There's only Trevante Rhodes and Brian A. Prince are the only, and Michael Key, I guess.
Carl Weathers.
Carl Weathers.
Dylan, you son of a bitch.
Sterling K. Brown.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh,
50 Cent's
yeah.
in it too, I guess. Okay. That was like a flashbang to me reading that. But all right, let's
Rangers. We need to eradicate autism because they're becoming too powerful.
Like crazy
Autistic
sad.
kids are becoming too powerful.
This Is Us. That's the name of the show. This Is Us. That show's fucking sad as shit, man.
Yeah, I don't need that really.
That show it's a
Rangers.
beautiful television show.
Rangers,
like,
the show
God
This Is
damn.
Us is too sad.
I don't. Yeah.
Kill the actors of This Is Us because the show's making me sad. Go.
Imagine needing fiction to feel sad.
Oh man,
that's so crazy to me. Like I've never understood the allure of sad shows.
Rangers. I am sick and tired of not having a penis.
It's like I don't know, man. Like
why don't you just go on? Why don't you just go on Twitter and look up Israel Palestine, and then just get sad at that?
Yeah.
Like why do you need like
because that's
why do you
sad,
need
but that's
fiction to be
also
sad?
ridiculous. You know, like it's sad, but it's also like how the fuck is this still going on? It's like, it's like when you're like 7 and you're like, oh man, I really enjoying this Dragon Ball Z fight between Goku and Frieza, and then you get in trouble for a week, and you go there and they still nothing's happened, and you're like, what the fuck is this still going on?
Yeah, he's still powering up. He's still
dude, I honestly,
bomb.
you know what's crazy about that? It's like I have really fond memories of all of that. Like like watching an entire episode of Dragon Ball Z and nothing happening, but just like cool dialogue and them just like. Ranting at each other. I loved that shit sincerely.
I know what it meant, man. Because did you watch it on
Dragon
Toonami?
Ball fan, bro.
I did watch it on Toonami.
So the Toonami format was so fucking awful because they would get to a certain point and then they would start the whole fucking series over again just to introduce.
Oh no, 100%, 100%.
So I would always be nervous as shit that I'm like, are they going to finish this fight, or is this going to be a cliffhanger to the point where it's going to start over and cycle, and then we have to wait another fucking month or 2 or however long to finally continue this part? Like I hated it.
Dude, I was always so weird because I was like every time that would happen and it would like reset, I would be like, yes, I get to watch it again.
Oh no,
I was so excited to watch it again.
Do you know how many times I've seen Gohan and Cell start fighting each other? You know how many times I've seen that happen? I'm not talking about Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. I'm talking about when Goku was like, hey, Gohan, your turn. And I was like, this is stupid. You know what's crazy? I finished that fight in Budokai 2. Not Budokai 2, Budokai 1. That's why I finished the fight. I was like, oh, I know Gohan
that
wins.
is 100%. Dragon Ball Z Budokai was the way that I got through the show, probably. Like, it's sincerely. It's why I guess I didn't mind. It's why I didn't mind it as much. Also, like, whenever I would. In retrospect, I clearly had ADHD. Now I think about it because it's obvious now. Because like whenever I would watch TV, I would be doing something else. I would be like playing with my toys or like doing some other bullshit. So I would always only ever really be paying half attention to like whatever I was watching. Right. So whenever it started up again, like if it like went through an entire loop, it would start over again and I'd be like, oh cool, and then I would like see shit that I didn't see the first time. Then I'm like, oh cool, that happened. That makes more sense later on now that I've seen this happen. Because when this happened the first time I watched it, I was, I don't know, fucking throwing silly putty at ants or something. Like I don't even know what the fuck I was doing. But
yeah,
it's a different time. But I definitely did like get through that show because of Budokai. And I remember when I got through the Budokai 1, because Budokai 1 ended at the Cell Saga. And I remember being like, oh no. I was so excited. I was so excited to fight Boo. and like all those and like fusions and all that shit.
What's really crazy? A lot of people that argue about Dragon Ball Z nowadays, I feel like they just watched Abridged. They didn't watch Dragon Ball Z.
They probably watched Dragon Ball Z Kai at least.
Kai
because
is,
people say shit about Dragon Ball Z that don't make any fucking sense. And I'm like, did you watch the show? Like, did you watch Dragon Ball? Like, people are like making arguments about like Goku and like in Dragon Ball, Vegeta blows up a planet the first time you see him. The first time you see Vegeta, him and Nappa blow up a planet.
Oh, and they make a detour. They do a detour.
Yeah, and
they liberate the planet, and then he blows.
Then they blow it up, and people are making arguments about like they can't do that. I'm like, bro, they did that the first time they were seen.
I forgot about that.
The first time they liberated, they get imprisoned. They break free by not really doing anything, and they blow it up, and they're like, "All right, peace."
That is so crazy. Just no respect for like history or like even just you'd think just for their sake, just to be like, even if you wanted to exterminate an entire planet, you'd leave the planet in case there was like some, I don't know, like good materials on it or like some like secret knowledge. They didn't care about any secret knowledge that could have been anywhere. They were just like, yo, we're here to blow shit up.
So, I mean, based on how many planets Frieza got already, you know, like what's another planet, you know?
I guess so at that point. That does make sense in retrospect.
Planet, you know, but like,
how many planets were under Frieza's rule?
Thousands, dude.
That's so crazy.
Thousands of planets. He was Emperor of the Universe.
It's so easy to forget like what his role was because
he was literally the Emperor of the
Yeah, but you only ever really see him in the context of him fighting off with like our protagonist. You know what I mean? You don't really see him.
The shit beat out him by Goku so often. That's why you forget that title that dude had.
But you don't really see him like, I don't know, like in
Delegate, you know?
Yeah, like he's not like a. That's kind of sad. Like I would love to see that. Like a lot more.
You know what's crazy? You know what's really crazy? You know what's really, really insane? For it took them years, like almost 2 of my lifetimes, to finally give characters like the character roles I think they really deserved. But like right now, like in the Dragon Ball manga, which is still going on for some reason, you know, it's been like
Japan,
maybe like,
man. Japan, they don't.
It's the Simpsons at this point.
They don't. But dude,
Japan is like reverse British, where like Britain will have like they'll have like, yo, let's make like one of the best shows ever and end it 3 seasons in, and then never go back to it, and then it's just like, okay, cool, thanks.
100%.
What the fuck is this? And then Japan is like, we've had this show running since the 50s, and it will not stop. Sorry.
So like in Dragon Ball, like currently in Super now, my favorite character to read is Vegeta. I think Vegeta's super interesting now because he's finally really gotten over the whole being an asshole thing, and he's like really introspective, and I'm like, dang, you're kind of like wise and like deep now. That's kind of fucking crazy. And then you look back at like Vegeta in the beginning and how much of a monstrous cunt he was.
Yeah, dude, you know why he was though.
Oh yeah, because he was scared. He was scared. He was full of a bunch of fucked up ideology.
Well, he was raised by demons.
Yeah,
he was raised by demons that enslaved his entire race. Like it's actually kind of insane.
Dude, what he did to Nappa was crazy, bro. Goku paralyzed him. He was like, "Hey, Vegeta, can you help me up?" Blew him up.
I mean, if push came to shove, I would do that to you. 100%.
I mean, I guess.
If I needed, I guess he didn't need to.
He didn't need to at all. He could have just helped him. He could have just helped him. That's it. And he spent the rest of he spent the next 25 years of the series getting embarrassed constantly.
What if Vegeta wanted to just fuck everybody else? Like fuck everybody else. Like say, you know, Nappa, he got to do his thing first and he fucked everybody else up and then Goku showed up. What if Vegeta's like, I just want to start off, and he just kills everybody and fucking Goku shows up and nobody's there. Like everyone's dead. He's like, fuck,
That'd
I was
be
too
insane. Yeah, if Vegeta fought first. Like small alterations like that in stories where we change such things so radically. It's like, what if the stronger guy started fighting first, you know? And they get through the stronger guy, then they fight the weaker guy, and they're like, oh shit, this dude was way stronger than you. You're the second guy, bro. You're pathetic, dude.
Like fucking, what would happen? Like, should Goku? Let's say, is he aware that everybody's dead? And so because he he was still on Snake Way, making his way back, right? Was that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so would he just
reason,
like
he had to run Snake Way,
which I've always thought like that was insane to me. I'm like, what are we doing here?
Can I ask you guys a question? I know we're on a bit of a Dragon Ball kick, but I have to ask this because I got some. I posted something that I think is a hot take, and it was apparently. But I'm curious as to what your read on it is. Because somebody was like, I can't remember, it was like some Twitter guy, he was like, what's a negative British comedy opinion it was like one of those things where it's like, the fucking character from, it's like Patrick up in chains. Yeah. With like the entire audience harassing.
Right.
And I said, watching Monty Python for the first time after hearing about it for years was the most underwhelming experience of my life. And I've had people coming at me, dude. It is wild.
Monty Python's old, man. You gotta accept the fact that it's very old.
Look. Well, yeah, but I don't know. There's so many sketches that just amount to. There are so many sketches in Monty Python that just amount to silly voice says things.
It has its moments,
and it's just like, oh man, like I like Life of Brian. I think Life of Brian has some really funny moments in it, and there's like certain sketches that I think are funny. But like, dude, 80 to 85% of those sketches are fucking not good.
Right. It has its moments, but it's definitely not. I feel like a lot of people, and I would say in a similar way with Star Wars. People that grew up with Star Wars, I think there is that nostalgia watching it with their parents also. Their parents laughing their asses off, enjoying this, which makes you want to like it that much more or enjoy it that much more. I think a lot of people discount that because if you are, like you, an adult watching it for your first time independently of any of that shit, how the fuck are you gonna, it's like even watching the original Star Wars, if you watch it for the first time as a 30-year-old or something, you're gonna be like, well... If you've seen other, say, for example, like Battlestar Galactica, the reboot's my favorite that's my favorite shit. That's my shit. And if I were to watch that and then watch Star Wars afterwards for the first time, I'd be like, well, this doesn't, the politics, the writing, the acting, nothing comes even close to this shit, right? So, but I can appreciate it for what it was. I remember enjoying Star Wars quite a bit when I was young, to the point where my friend had the Millennium Falcon toy and I fucking loved it. And it just said random.
Yeah. I watched Star Wars for the first time.
Go ahead.
I think I watched Star Wars the entire original trilogy for the first time in 2016 or 2017 or something.
Yeah, it's crazy late.
And I actually did. I actually didn't hate. I actually liked A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. I understood that they were old, and it was like, okay, well, this is this is kind of lame, and but for the time, it's kind of you know what I mean.
Super impressive for the time. Holy shit.
But I did I actually liked it. I watched it and I was like, that was actually a pleasant experience. Return of the Jedi, I fucking hated. I could not stand anything about that movie.
I think Return was had hella good moments.
Fucking those goddamn Furbies running around.
Ewoks were stupid as shit. I think Ewoks were dumb as fuck, but I think other than Ewoks, it was a good movie.
I don't think they delivered well on the promise of what the middle movie did or what the middle movie set up. I thought it was all kind of like he throws the fucking Emperor down an elevator shaft and he just kind of explodes.
I like that fight dumb. Though. I think I thought that whole sequence was awesome. The Luke and Vader fight is a good
fight. It's a great fight.
That's a fucking great fight.
It's a good fight, but it's just
done well. Fucking the music's good.
The whole time Vader's goading him and he reads his mind. He's like, if I can't turn you, you have a sister. And then Luke being like, that's it. And he was
that's it where he finally snaps.
It. You fucking little nit. You fucking black. I mean, dad.
You punk ass black bitch.
Punk ass black bitch. You must think I'm one of them sucker white boys.
Luke Skywalker is just a turtle, and the only reason he fought Vader is because he's black.
Stupid.
You see those videos of turtles assaulting
the black shoe.
Why do they do that?
Funny. It's because they don't things in nature aren't things in their natural surroundings aren't pitch black like that, so they're scared of it.
So they attack.
Destroy.
So they attack.
Headbutt.
They have no idea what to make of it. Because if you show it something that's brown, it doesn't do it either. It's just it's pitch black. It's what the fuck is that? Is that a void? Is that like empty space? And then they start panicking.
Speaking of that, can we get a hold of some Vanta black spray paint?
I don't know. I'm sure we can.
And then spray it on the ground just a big fucking.
Dude, I would love that someone would paint a room Vanta black and someone wake up in it and try to find their way throughout a room.
Dude, it'd be amazing. A hall of
you
mirrors.
Paint this whole room Vanta black, and I'm just I don't know where anything starts or ends. All you know is the space right around you has nothing. That's it.
Let's look.
Dude, I was at. But speaking of like, dude, I was at the San Diego Zoo yesterday because I took my parents out there. Well, I also went to this restaurant called Crazy Burger in San Diego that sold like ostrich burgers.
You had fucking ostrich, yeah.
They sold. Yeah, I had an ostrich burger. They had other things. They had like alligator and stuff. But I was like, if I'm gonna have alligator, I'm probably gonna have it in Florida. I'm not really gonna try it in San Diego if I ever was going to. But like the ostrich burger was weird because it didn't. I expected ostrich to taste like chicken for some reason, or like not chicken exactly, but like you know what I mean, like
bird,
like a bird. It does not taste like a bird at all.
Right?
It tastes like it's such a dark. It tastes like beef almost. It's very different. But I was like, oh man, this is weird. But we went to the San Diego Zoo and. I don't know if I've ever seen tortoises, really, but like not in person anyway. I've seen videos or whatever and like documentaries, and I'm like, yeah, all right, they're big. I had no concept of how truly fucking huge those things are.
So me and Derek were at one of our friends' houses, and they have tortoises. They had 2 of them.
Yeah,
you know Zicky. Zicky has them.
Yeah, I haven't been down there. I haven't been down there yet.
That's why. What you call it? Yeah, we were like, they brought one in, and I was like, that is such a big turtle. Like, I've had turtles my whole life growing up, and seeing how big tortoises are and how, like, they're, like, lumberingly small, if that makes any sense. Because how they move, they're like...
Dude, they are so big. Like, the one I saw at the San Diego Zoo was, like... I think the height of it was, like... Maybe, like, 4... Like, it was taller than my mom.
What?
Like the height of the shell. And my mom's short, to be fair. Like she's like 4'9" or something. She's like very small. But like that's still really fucking big.
Was it a Galapagos turtle? Was it a Galapagos tortoise?
I think it was. Yes, it was like a Galapagos.
Yeah.
It was like
giant
in the
ones.
It was like a Spanish. But like, dude, I had no fucking clue. Like I understood that they were big, but like somehow like understanding that and seeing it are like completely different. That's fucking crazy.
Animals are insane, bro. You know what's crazy? So many animals are from near the equator. Like the amount of different varieties of animals,
it's weird.
Is from the equator because that's the perfect place for things to be like exist. I guess
it's really just polar bears and penguins that are really not from the equator, really.
But it's like it's insane how many like kinds of fucking random things and like variations of like shit. Like that's why like our friend from Costa Rica, I call her a jungle dweller because the shit she's talked about. She said a jaguar went in someone's roof one time in her town, and I'm like, where the fuck did you live?
She said she would get her bread stolen by monkeys. And I remember we had to question like whether or not she was just being racist or whether or not this was like accurate, like a real, like because you have to understand she has white. Look, she's got a very fair complexion, red hair, and blue eyes. If she says monkey stole her bread,
you gotta double check.
You gotta double check.
Understandable.
But yeah, dude, like I don't know, man. I remember when she first got here and she was telling us about like, wow, you guys don't even have like an open electrical outlet heating up your shower. And it's like, yep. What the fuck are you living in? What is
yeah.
Like the way she described it to me was like there was like a heater strapped around the faucet.
Yeah.
Of the shower so that the water that would come out would be hot. And it wasn't like an actual like in like plumbing. So it's fucking insane. I'm like, I don't know where the fuck you live, bro. You live in you live in a galaxy far, far away.
Dude,
but
I hate that people live like that still. Like, just modernize, you fucking idiot.
Just modernize.
Just get better.
Get with it.
Good, man. Just get good. What are you doing?
Shit, bro. You still gotta worry about animals coming to your house and eating you? Dude, fucking kill the animals.
All right, we just ranted for 40, 50 minutes about nothing. So let's get into some questions.
You're it.
You're it. Barack Osama wrote in. He says, hello, Glizzy Gobbler, Throat Goat, and Gawk Gawk God.
Whoa.
I have been listening to the podcast since the pilot and joined the Patreon last month. So I'm a first time asker. Welcome aboard, Barack Osama. I feel like I've
spoken to Barack Osama several times.
Yeah, okay. I was about to say. My question is, did you ever try to emulate something you saw in a movie or a cartoon in real life as a kid? When I was in kindergarten, I would always watch cartoons like Tom and Jerry and Pink Panther, and I would see Pink Panther's a fucking fascinating pull. I don't think I've ever seen a full episode of Pink Panther.
I definitely have.
And I would see the characters hide behind walls and stick their leg out to trip someone. Little me wondered how if that actually worked. So one day I decided to hide behind a wall and attempt it on the next kid that came through. Safe to say the kid's face had an up close and personal moment with the ground, and I had an up close and personal moment with the corner of the room in detention. Did you guys ever have moments like that? Also, Sweeney, you should stream Street Fighter 6 and run the set. Have a good October.
I knew who that was. Of course I knew who his name was. All right. So I definitely watched way too much Power Rangers. Everything comes in full circle. And I definitely like spun kicked the kid and hit him really hard. Or I kicked the kid. I kicked him because I didn't think it would hurt him that much. People get kicked all the time in Power Rangers.
Yeah, dude, I know exactly. It's so funny you say that. I had this exact experience.
And then like I kicked him, and then like I got in trouble, and I was getting in trouble, and everybody was telling me what I did was wrong, and I was like, what?
I thought we hit each other. What do you mean?
That's what happens in the show I watch.
I did the exact same thing, dude. I spin kicked the kid in the back once, and he fell in such a weird way. It was almost like those little bugs in Puerto Rico that they're called roly-poly bugs, I think. But like, you know how like when you drop them and they like curl up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or even it was like that, but like it was like that, but back. But like backwards. and it was like, oh my god, are you okay? He was like, why'd you do? He was like, why'd you do that? And I'm like, I don't know. I thought it was like fine. I thought this was panicking.
Like, you're like, I don't know why I did that.
I really had no idea.
My legs.
Like because me and my friends would we would roughhouse so much. Like we would basically like beat each other up.
Yeah, that's what
like
kids
essentially
do.
Like and it was just like. And because you're kids, you don't feel anything really. Like it hurts, but like it hurts in the moment, and then like 10 minutes later, it's fine. But it's like the opposite when you're an adult. Like things almost like don't hurt in the moment, and then like an hour later, it's like, oh man, I did some serious damage to myself. And then the next day, you're in bed all day because you're all fucked up.
I love the idea of you kicking a kid in his back and he rolls into a reverse armadillo.
Yeah,
it's exactly what I'm sure my mind is exaggerating because there's no way he could have done that without dying. But like in my head, I remember it like that. Like he like curled completely. His head is in his ass, basically. He was like, "Why'd you do that?"
Should have kicked him again. Should have kicked him 2 more times.
Yeah, I tried to kick him back into like a normal place.
Kick him in his stomach, and he uncracks out, and he's like, "Thanks,
thanks for kicking me." But yeah, I definitely did that. I don't know. Kingston told the story about the fireball.
Yeah, that
in one of the early episodes of the podcast.
Search that up. Search that up.
There's a great animated version of that too.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Like that's the only thing that I could. That's the only thing that I could think of was like just not understanding what damage was.
Yeah, violence.
Truly, as a child. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's so appealing, dude.
You're right about that. You're right about because kids
appealing.
don't hit hard, so it doesn't hurt that much. And the one thing I learned about, like, say, adults hitting, it actually wasn't that bad either. It was more frightening than it actually hurt. It was more of the impending, oh, fuck, like, it's scary. This big fucking human thing is gonna hit me with a belt or whatever. So, to be fair, the belt actually did fucking hurt. That shit was like, my mom had some work belt, and she would fucking tear my fucking skin up with that shit. And, yeah. But anyway... Yeah, I
can't wait to do that to my kid. I can't wait to have a kid and drop it in a blender when it misbehaves.
yeah, just get
and mangle its leg.
Yeah, get a human-sized blender. Get a child-sized blender. You just put the whole thing. You just turn it on.
You know what you did?
My kid,
you said the F word in math class, son. Sorry, I looks like I'm going to have to bend all of your joints the opposite way. Sorry. I told you not to say the F word.
I warned you a lot. Every day I warned you. I was like, hey, don't say the F word. Don't do it.
I didn't say I was going to do this, but I told you not to do it, and you disobeyed me. So now we're doing this.
All right, see, now you learn. You're learning, aren't you?
Now you learn. Now I'm going to turn you into a fucking. I'm going to bend you into a swastika, and now you're not going to feel so good.
Now you're going to be pulp. Now you're going to be pulp.
Now you're going to be pulp.
You're going to be pulp.
It is really crazy how often people just beat the shit out of their kids. See, like it's really fucking wild.
It's like crazy. Wild, I would say nowadays. Because it was so socially acceptable back in the day.
Yeah,
and now it's like, oh wait, you can actually if you can actually reason with children, it's actually possible. But no one has the patience that want it. They didn't care about doing it.
It's not that
it is crazy to think about the fact that we only
people didn't believe it.
It's crazy to think about the fact that we only really cared about this stuff, like caring about beating your children and caring about even just like stuff like pedophiles and stuff. That is a historically like mega recent thing.
Sure.
Isn't that like so distressing?
Yeah, we're not that far removed at all from
like
it.
It is so new, the idea that like, yeah, you probably shouldn't fuck 14-year-olds. Yeah. Or like, yeah, you probably shouldn't throw a child under a fucking U-Haul when you're angry at him. Like, these are relatively modern concepts.
The idea of bowling a kid under a U-Haul is hilarious.
It is funny. But like, dude, it's so like, as I saw like this story happens every week now, it seems, like where like some female teacher like slept with like their 13-year-old, like some 13-year-old boy or whatever, and like it's everybody's arguing on the internet. It's like some people are like, oh, nice, or like whatever the fuck.
Yeah, the people that say that are some of the most disgusting motherfucking people, bro.
Yeah,
like they've never had uncomfortable. Those are virgins. Those are virgins that have never had a sexual encounter in their lives, or just don't understand people.
Hold on, I want to be fair. Because I know, well, see, look at you rolling your eyes.
Speak.
So I want to be fair. This is like something. The reason why, because this is actually, I feel like the nuance that's missing from this argument, where it's like they don't understand where people are coming from when they say that, because people refuse to acknowledge that there are some kids that do fucked up, that they'll do fucked up shit like that. That is clearly wrong. But they're completely cool with it and they're fine with it. Not everybody. It's almost like a coin toss.
Yeah. Well,
like,
the thing that I think the main thing is like, it doesn't matter if they're cool with it or not. The point is that they don't have the mental faculties to make the decision whether or not they are cool with it.
Of course, that's one thing. But I already prefaced that with saying that it's wrong, even though it is wrong.
You're right.
They'll grow up and they're like, I'm completely fine. Nothing happened to me personally,
dude. I'll say this, dude. I'll say this.
And so these people are just coming from a selfish angle. They're like, this was my fantasy that I wish, and I'm like, even though I think that's fucked up.
That's true.
I'm just being. I'm almost doing a devil's advocate thing where it's like people are kind of acting like they don't understand why anybody would say that.
I respect I respect that you said that, because that is true. You are right. It's. I was one-siding it too hard, but I know from personal experience. You think that shit is cool until you grow up later. That everyone I've known that's happened to. You grow up and you departmentalize that shit, and you're like, oh. That was really not okay.
It's really,
like,
it's
really
deeply,
not okay.
Look,
I can say that. I'm not going to go into details, but I can say it personally. It's really not okay.
Dude, am I going to sit here and pretend like at 16 years old, if like Fran Drescher came up to me or something like that, you know what I mean? Like, I'd be like, yeah, absolutely, yeah, like, well, absolutely, I'm doing this.
That's kind of the thing. And
but
also, go ahead.
It doesn't matter, because like you can't consent then anyway. Even if you're even if you're fucking excited. You can't do that legally. You're not a child. You're a child still. You don't know what the fuck's going on. Also, pretty good chance in many years you're not going to look back on that particularly fondly.
Exactly.
Good chance, not 100% chance.
Not always.
Yeah.
True.
It doesn't matter, because there's just this line that we've drawn legally that makes.
Over here, absolutely. There's a line, purposefully. There's a reason why we do it, and it's just one of those things. Like, I feel like those people that do say that shit. They're, what would you call it? They're extremely obtuse and they're extremely selfish. The ones that always say, "Oh, I wish it was me," or because you always see those comments. I think they're, even if you feel like that, that's how you genuinely feel inside. It's kind of like, say, when there's a tragic death or something happens, there's certain things you don't say.
You don't say hi,
Yeah, there's certain things you don't say, even if you feel it. If you can feel the comedy within it.
We are not the best people to do this. To make this argument.
That's very true.
That is also very true.
Because the second I mentioned that Pee Wee Herman died, not 3 seconds later,
that's true.
We were off on a complete diatribe about it.
But yes, that is very true. But in fairness,
but Pee Wee Herman dying was funny.
Like that's
it was funny. It was funny.
Let's use look. We wouldn't. Okay. We were talking about Israel, Palestine, not really talking about it, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
There are certain aspects about what is happening over there that I would not dare joke about, right?
Right.
There are certain things that, and then there's those. No, you're right though. Not yet. It's just definitely not the time. But then there's those guys, the ones that get in those comment sections and say, "Oh, that's based" or some shit. Whenever they see the old woman fucking the 13-year-old, where I'm like, bro. Even if your fucking dumbass thinks that actually is based, shut the fuck up. Like, just
but
join society and stop being such a fucking cunt.
But what's crazy about it too is like,
unfuck must be. Look, dude.
No, but the reason I brought it up,
I would have turned her over. I would have split her. Okay, we go ahead.
I would have split her. I would have split her. I would have fucking pissed in her own bladder. Oh my god. It's like, yo, chill, dude.
Dude, oh man, I would have peed in her. Would have peed in her womb and got her pregnant.
I would love to be arguing with some guy and hear them say that. Well, yeah, when you pee in her and you get pregnant.
But dude, the reason I bring that up is because, like, dude, like, it's so startlingly recent that this was a problem. So, like, people were like, people were wondering, like, oh, has this always been happening, or is it getting worse? And people were like, oh, it's definitely getting worse. And it's like, no, dude, it's what the sad reality is. It's definitely getting better.
It's getting better for
That's
sure.
What's so bad about
for
it.
Sure.
It's like, dude, you see, like, people are like seeing like this stuff. Even we were just talking about like the videos coming out of like Palestine in the Middle East and all this shit. Like these like live leak tier stuff happening on Twitter or whatever, and people are like, oh my god, the world is so fucked. And it's like, it is. It's also the most peaceful it's ever been. Think about that shit. Think about how fucked the world has been forever for this to be a significant step up. Yeah, that is crazy.
I want to put things in perspective. The wars that are being fought right now, say Ukraine, Russia, and then like the Middle Eastern conflicts and stuff like that. When they talk about casualties, it's in the like low thousands, which is a ton of fucking people. But then when you study wars, like just that were not that long ago.
World War II was fucking absurd.
Out of pocket. There were people dying
Vietnam.
from every corner of the planet. That's what made it great. People were dying a lot everywhere, all over. Americans were dying, French,
even in
Germans, Russians,
let's just put it,
Japanese.
Let's just not even take it globally. Like, say, even in just like the Vietnam conflicts, right? That was like, say, 50 to 60,000 U.S. soldiers. Well over 1 million Vietnamese. I think it was like 1 million or 3 million or something. Like the numbers are fucking just staggering. And then you're like, we aren't warring like that anymore. It's like we are.
That's not to say that it's still not horrible, but like,
of course,
it's just, that's what I'm talking about.
We're
when it comes
in the right direction,
right. But when it comes, what I'm saying is like when it comes to like the like these stories about like pedophiles in schools or whatever, or like teachers sleeping with like students or whatever, people pretending like it's getting worse, or like that it's like, oh, this is like a new thing, or it's like this is clearly just being reported more because it's only recently that this has even been a problem. Dude, in the 70s, this would have just been schoolyard fucking gossip at the most.
Did you hear Jackie fuck Mr. Roro? Yeah, good for him.
Dude, I know people who are like older than me who have stories of like, oh yeah, that was the teacher that just slept with everybody.
Brother.
And nothing happened. Yeah. Nothing happened at all.
There's still that person. My age, I knew a guy.
Men and women, by the way.
Right.
This was like both of them were just like getting away with it.
Right.
It's crazy.
I went to school with a guy that, and like I said, the culture still remains of hush hush. And instead of bringing these people to justice, because there's a guy I went to school with where he impregnated, whoopsie doopsie, a 16-year-old, and we were probably. I forgot how old we were, but I think maybe we're early 20s now or something. And I was like, and everybody was like, did you hear about that fucking guy? Did you hear about that guy? And I was like, what the fuck? And apparently, he talked to the parents and they were just like, well, gee golly, that's unfortunate, but, okay. And then they got, they stay together. And it's just one of those things where that was very old school vibes. And I don't know if you heard about this recently. This is, you remember when the story about, Roe v. Wade's overturned, and then there's that 10-year-old girl that got raped, and then she was going to travel across state lines to go get an abortion. She was fucking like 10 or something,
a baby
or whatever.
Oh my God.
And then when they reached into it was her mom's like lover or something that did it.
Oh my
God! They tried to interview the mom about it, and the mom was like protecting the guy, and that's when your brain was fully like my brain fully melted at that point. At the moment where I was like, "Why would you protect?" But my point being, you still see remnants of that, but that was how it was always. I mean, go ask your fucking grandparents about or just go see how old your grandparents are when they got together and shit. It's like you're like, oh. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a little weird.
It was just normal for 99.9999% of all human time.
Yeah.
It has been just a thing. It's only recently been a problem.
Yeah.
Just recently,
Wild.
women became cognitive, partners. Very recently, it became
actual
real men.
They have
sort of
sovereignty and autonomy and shit. Technically,
Yeah.
I guess. 'Cause
Like, I don't
Weren't
know,
there
like,
weren't there I mean, well,
you know,
that's not exactly the same.
I guess
Because
in some cultures, you mean? Like
because there are some cultures that treated them significantly
that's true.
better.
I guess we're talking in like
I'm talking about
very-
literally throughout all time, throughout all culture. Like I mean literally omniculturally, dude. Like it was just like, oh yeah, my wife's 10.
yeah.
that's
Like
so
everywhere,
insane to me.
fucking
Yeah, there's-
everywhere.
so insane to me.
In fucking
Like, oh, you can have
German,
a kid now? Let's
Japanese,
go, we're getting married.
India, fucking Native American, European, like all of it, nobody cared.
You know what I saw the other day? There's an Instagram account called Mugshot Shouties, and I love this account because it's just I mean, it's a terrible account, but it's just a bunch of like moderately or very attractive women with their mugshots, and then the comment section just what's a savage. It's really, I'm there for the comments. It's just a bunch of like simps and people being like, oh, she did nothing wrong, free her. It's fun. But there was this one girl that I guess that looked a little young on the younger side, but obviously she's not because they don't release mugshots of children. So I saw some people in the comment section like, oh, what is she doing here? She looks way too young, and and it's like, shut the fuck up, dummy. And then I saw this, and I've never heard this before, and maybe you have. It says, if there's grass on the field, play ball. And I was like,
That's
oh
crazy.
my God. Yeah, I saw that, and I was like, why are you just outing yourself?
People have no concept of what they put online, really.
People, we need.
Like I play pretty fast and loose with what I put online. Like usually, like a lot of the stuff that I put online is like pretty. It's not like stuff that I'm sure like I'll look back at like any of the stuff that I tweet and like, ooh man, that was in poor taste. But even I have like obvious lines.
Yeah.
I really want to start going wild because I'm gonna delete my Twitter eventually. It's gonna happen. I'm just gonna be like, I don't care no more.
There's no point to do that because it's just a contact list.
There's no point. But I'd want to start saying what I think. I wanted to start saying wild shit. I wanted to start saying what I think. I want to see a dumb tweet and just go after somebody verbally.
I feel that.
But like,
I agree with you. I'm actually, before I do that, I'm experimenting with how much money you can make on Twitter.
Because you can stuff right now.
Yeah, so I apparently I didn't. I mean, it's my fault. I don't use Twitter as much as I used to. So apparently, I'm not eligible yet because you got to have 5 million impressions within 3 months. And I was like, oh shit, I guess I got to start posting memes. But I want to see. I really just want to experiment how much I can do it and see if like, okay, should I actually use this as passive income? Because I always said that I'm not going to give Elon Musk any money. However, if I can give $8 and then make fucking like a few $100 or whatever for just posting memes, I don't know how much you make though. That's the thing. I haven't been accepted into it, but if it turns out it's just like $30 or something, then it's obviously I'm just
for me
fucking,
on Twitter.
I
get like 300 followers, and I look at my following, and it says I lost 100, and I'm like, well, I don't even care anymore about this app.
You know,
I'm just over.
I mean, it's fucking, dude. I posted because somebody made something where, do you remember that meme of Cyberpunk when like they would say something kind of like that was like sexual or they would cut it off to make them say like that. So that guy he messaged me because we just missed it. I guess he tagged us all, and that was when I said something about cum. Do you remember? I said something like whatever I said, and I responded to it just saying something like "cum rules," and seconds later, fucking 8 bots, OnlyFans links, just all under it. And I'm like,
dude,
what
yeah, it's crazy.
This fucking website is so shitty, dude. There was so many. I did find this one really cool guy though. From checking out one of the bots, there was this old dude that's like, I guess he believes the bots, and I followed this old guy because all he does is he's a 60-something-year-old black gentleman with like, he wears like a cross and stuff too. He has a Jesus piece, and I love it. All he does is follow these OnlyFans and like porn stars and replies to their bait, like, like this or comment this if you want to come over and something. He's like, yeah, I'm definitely coming over and all. It's. I was like, oh, I love this. I love this to death. I'm gonna
One day
follow
it's gonna
this guy.
work, dude. One day it's gonna work. That's what happens. Man.
I hope it works for one time.
One day they're gonna be like, "Hey, here's the address," and I'm like, "Well, I got work."
I don't
to
understand.
Do.
He posts his. He's super boomer. He posts nothing but selfies of himself, and sometimes the selfies have like names of chicks on them, and I'm assuming they're porn stars. Mm-hmm. And so in the caption, it just says something like
just
fucking,
cranked it to Stella Noir or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, basically that, like Star Sapphire, or something like that. Which is that's totally a porn name. Star Sapphire is a fucking porn name.
That's also a Green Lantern character as well.
That's what I'm saying. That Star Sapphire is a fucking porn. That is a
just
sex worker's name.
The Bella Diamonds. I'm on fire tonight.
I love it. I was thinking of gathering these people up. Because I found another old gentleman. Because I was looking at these guys' avatars, and this one girl was saying like, yeah, would you hit this or whatever? And she's just all spread eagle and stuff, but she hasn't shaved. Like, probably looks like she hasn't shaved for like a week or something. And this guy's like, your pussy's too hairy. Oh, that's all he does. He just replies this. He has to go out of his way and let her know that, hey, your pussy's too hairy. Like, as if, I don't know, maybe she's gonna shave it now for him. And he's like, yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. I love these old. I love
old horny people on Twitter are hilarious.
I'm down a game.
It is the funniest shit ever.
It's so good. It's so good.
Old people are hilarious online, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, the Pink Panther was funny. Let's move on. Let's move on to. So AJ Baker, parentheses real human, wrote in. He says, "Howdy boys, longtime listener, listening through for the 5th time now. I don't know what that means. Does that mean you listened through the entire podcast 5 times?
That's incredible if that's possible.
Because if so, keep doing it.
yeah.
helps us out algorithmically, but also if you're going to do that, I don't know, maybe bring that up to a therapist.
Yeah,
but we appreciate your help.
What's your name again? Ashjiz? What was it?
AJ Baker.
Okay, gotcha.
And he says relatively new sub, so he just jumped on.
Hey, thank you, sir.
Was just curious how you reacted to Andrew Tate telling Ben Shapiro to stop being a pussy and join the IDF. Did you see this?
What did he say?
Dude, he's been going after. I mean, I know why he's. Do you know why he's going after certain people?
No, I'm so disconnected.
Okay, so Andrew Tate recently converted to Islam within the past year or something. That's what everyone who goes to jail converts to Islam. Has even a little bit of black DNA in them. Doesn't matter. You can be only a 5th black, and you're gonna go. Yeah, so he's a Hafi, so he was already on board before he even knew it. So he converted to Islam, obviously with the conflict that's going on. Clearly, he has, which is it pisses me off that Andrew Tate has more nuance than some people right now.
It is really frustrating. Yeah,
it's ridiculous. But so he's been pushing back against Ben Shapiro, who's being imperialistic and Jordan Peterson as well, who was like, "Good luck, Netanyahu. Give him hell." Like, what the? Nobody likes this nigga, man. Nobody likes Netanyahu. Like, what the fuck are you even on about? No one's even anyway. So Andrew Tate's been shitting on these people. And you know, this is the greatest thing. Besides Ben Shapiro, the way Andrew Tate got back at Jordan Peterson was just posting that picture that he has of his daughter Michaela, and that's the best comeback right there. Just basically just saying,
I did not see that.
Wasn't Tate fucking her for a while?
Absolutely. And so like it's just the greatest comeback you can post right there is just basically. That's right, I fucked your daughter, you benzo
motherfucker. Get money.
I didn't see that at all.
Get money.
Where is that?
First off, fuck your benzos and the...
He did that on Twitter?
And the fracking you claim...
Did he do that on Twitter?
Oh, yeah, it was on Twitter. Now, if it's...
Oh, man, that sounds so funny.
Check that Give Him Hell, that whatever, if Jordan still has it up... like he's backing yet now, and it says like "Give him hell" or something. Bomb. I forgot. I'm paraphrasing. I think it said "Give him hell" though.
Yeah, and then I don't know. Let me see.
So Andrew Tate should be there as long as somebody didn't delete it or something, or not delete it or flag it or some shit. Because I know Elon Musk is kind of running. He's kind of running offense. He's doing certain things. To protect certain people, like that Ian Miles Chong dude.
Oh yeah, that guy's weird.
Yeah, so he's been posting a bunch of fake footage of like stuff that's going on in the Middle East, right?
Yeah, it takes a bunch of dumb shit.
Yeah, shit that's like not like old stuff, things are irrelevant, and then there will be those Twitter notes that like correct him. And
he said, tweet so fucking much. It's so
right.
It's so annoying. Shut the fuck up, Jesus Christ.
But yeah, Ian, you know how Ian he pretends that he's in the United States. Like he lives in Malaysia, but he pretends like he's like a conservative person in the United States or whatever. So the thing said that like this guy that's saying that they're coming for us next doesn't make sense. He doesn't live in Malaysia. As a matter of fact, most of Malaysia is majorly Muslim, and it doesn't like anything he's saying makes no sense. And then Elon came in and made sure those notes were deleted on other things, and just so he can keep running his propaganda. And I was like, wow, this site's it's way more fucked than you can even imagine. It is.
Good old Belon.
Yeah, good old Belon Busk.
Yeah, but I did see that, and I did think it was, it's always fun when people you don't like fight with each other.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it's a really enjoyable.
It's nice.
Yeah.
So let me see if I can, I typed it in, I typed it in. It might be gone because here. Let's see. Tate is insanely good at this. He took Jordan Peterson's daughter out and waited for the time Jordan Peterson was going to be okay. That's stupid. That's interesting. A lot of people are just finding out about this. They didn't know about this.
What?
So they didn't know that. Andrew Tate was slamming Michaela Peterson. They didn't know that. I've known about this for quite a long time because it kept propping up every time she was trying to give some sort of advice, some conservative like advice of being, in some sort of couple or living a good trad life or something. People would be like, "Shut the fuck up, bitch! Shut the you were so fucking beat up with this guy.
Shut the fuck up, bitch."
I still, if I wasn't married though, I would have fucking I would have tried to get that notch on my belt for sure. I would have for sure just to have that like just to have that to be like, because I can do the same, the Michaela Peterson notch.
Is she hot?
Oh yeah. I think so. I think
she's very attractive.
From what I remember, from what I recall, I don't remember what.
I think she's very attractive. She does not look like Jordan Peterson at all. Like if you're thinking of like just Jordan Peterson with long hair. No, I think she's very pretty.
If you're thinking about Jordan Peterson with long hair, that's not what she is.
So Ghost of Mama JF wrote in. He goes, "Hi, sweet boys.
Oh my god, Ghost of Mama JF. God damn it."
He says, "I want to correct one correction for the extra ammo you guys released. JF isn't a human biologist. He specialized in the biology of a very specific type of eel." Which is wild.
That's Tism, yeah.
I love that.
Thank you for the correction. Also, I learned that he has a PhD in neuroscience, which really shocked me when I was looking that up, and I was like, did he really follow through with that? But I guess there's evidence that he was at Duke.
Right.
Yeah, so I was like, God damn, how is this guy?
One of my favorite demystifications of how we view education, as far as like Harvard and Duke and all these places, was because Conan O'Brien went to Harvard, I believe.
I think you're right. I think
he did go. He's talked so much, and I think Conan O'Brien's actually genuinely a smart person, but he was talking so much about the people that he went to school with, and he was like, dude, these guys are very not smart. Like there are definitely smart people, like there's definitely like a lot of smart people who you have to be smart to get there, but a lot of people just pay their way in,
right?
And so like there's a lot of just really stupid people at like Harvard and Duke and all these amazing places.
Dude, my niece went to Duke.
George Bush went to Yale and got a C average, and he's like actually retarded. Like, you know what I mean?
He's such a stupid guy. Yeah, he's not very smart. My niece went to Duke. She was like, "Yeah, it sucks here. It's too expensive." And I'm not learning anything crazy. So she went to She went to Penn State. She's like, "I don't want to be there no more." She went to Penn State, and I was like, "All right, that's really smart."
Fuck all those schools, man.
All right, let's see. Oh my god, what is this?
She wants to be a lawyer. She got to go to one of those stupid schools. Unfortunately,
she just go to what was it? The Samoa. What did Saul Goodman go? You should just go to that Samoan fucking shit.
The one in Hawaii.
Yeah, whatever it was, that university.
So I wanted to bring this up because it speaks to the timelessness of the gay songs that we're doing now. Mm-hmm. Dylan Pixie Cut Enjoyer wrote in. He says, "Too traumatized to have a clever name for y'all. I just stumbled across the gay parody of The Ultimate Showdown that my brother showed me when I was about 6 years old and needed to report back. It's called The Ultimate Orgy. It's the first result on Google, and it's on Newgrounds. Might jump off a bridge later. Figure you might find it funny. No questions." Dude, I remember this. Now that I think about it, like, do you guys remember The Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny by fucking Lemon Demon? It was like this really old like flash animation about like all these different characters like fighting each other, and like at the end Mr. Rogers wins, and it's like this whole it was like a really old like albino black sheep like Newgrounds type of thing. And I do remember it's like, yeah, there was like a gay version of it. I totally fucking forgot about it. And that is, I love that. I love that because like none of us, like I knew about that for sure, but like it definitely wasn't in any of, I don't think this version was in any of our brains when we decided to start doing this stuff at all. No. So like it just speaks to the timelessness of this idea. Like that this is just like, this has been funny and will continue to just be a gift that keeps giving.
Right. I think there's a clip of Eminem doing, I think it was to one of his own songs, where it was just a brief little clip of him saying some gay shit. And it's just such a, that's how I met my friend Ed in 7th grade. We bonded over, making DMX like gay, or making us gay. Like it's just something about it, man. It's just something.
Mo. I like in my fucking throat. Stop. Cop. Shove it down. Make it do it. Suck it up.
Gobble up.
Suck it up. Make sure you don't
stop. There is that. He's done a little bit of that.
Let our cock gobblers go. People sucking dick. What? People drinking piss. What?
Nut.
Glut. Nut. Yeah.
Oh man, are we gonna have to do fucking? Are we gonna have to do Rough Riders anthem? Are we gonna have to do Rough Riders anthem now?
I
feel like Rough Riders. I almost feel like the name's like is kind of.
You just keep the same exact name.
Just Rough Riders.
Rough Riders parentheses gay.
Yeah. Rough Riders anthem gay.
Mo.
I love that. What did you yell? Was it like Hey Jude gay or what was it? I can't remember.
Gay Jude.
Gay Jude.
It was just gay.
Just parentheses gay. I love that.
Yeah, parentheses gay.
Parentheses gay. I think that's the new meta. Instead of saying like sus or whatever.
Yeah, that if we ever do like an album of this shit, it should just be called parentheses, like the word parentheses gay.
Yeah,
we should really.
Awesome.
I think for next year, for real. I think so. I'm really hard struck on like the idea of the Christmas album. We have a Christmas album where we go through like 5 songs. We try to get a help for every one song. We try to get at least one person on it. I want to ask Jonathan Young to be on one of them. I want to do the guitar for one of them.
Awesome.
I want John to belt some gay shit. I'm gonna belt some gay shit.
I thought about that for a minute. Yeah.
I wonder if he would do. He's got our sense of humor. He lives up here now, and we haven't. I gotta.
The shit that I've made jokes with John about and we've both laughed about, I'm sure he would do it.
I love when we met him and we were talking about, like, he came over to the place when we lived together, and we were talking about, what the hell were we talking? We were talking
about Chris Chan, from Chris Chan to Breonna Taylor.
That's right. Yeah.
We were talking about evil. We were talking about evil in general. And
those
the intro to evil was Chris
should not mix together, brother.
Dude, that was such a wild conversation. Jonathan Young's awesome.
John is a dope dude, man.
Mo. God damn. I want to
get Lyle on it too. I want to get Lyle.
We had Lyle on, didn't we?
No, but Lyle's to be on the album.
Yeah. Oh my
god. We should have Flesh Golem on here. Actually.
Flesh Golem?
Because we know both of them. We know Dan and we know Lyle.
That's a lot of effort, though, for them.
I know
usually
Lyle
what we do is we take stuff that already exists and make it gay. Like that. Like
they can.
These are offline conversations.
That's true.
We'll have this conversation in private.
We're
bringing up people like
Like they're gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
That'll be insane. Like it'll be some shit that like when it comes out.
If that's even remotely in the cards, it would be funny. But yeah,
Right,
we don't know. We can't be sitting here
it.
making promises.
I want it. I want the album.
Well, then shut up.
Eat a mess, gobble up, cock.
So, Gade 6 wrote in. He says, "Hey guys, this question is specifically for Chris in regards to the video he made on the Gollum game. Did you see that the developers admitted to actually using Chat GPT to write the apology post?" Yes, I did see this. That's great. This is a perfect example of like, it makes me so upset because I understand that I couldn't have possibly waited this long to put that video out. But at the same time, I wish I could have mentioned this. Like, because I did make fun of it, because they misspelled the name of their own fucking game. They wrote Lord of Ring Gollum. And I remember making fun of it in the video, being like, bro, they can't even... And I specifically said, like, yo, even your apology needs a patch. That's crazy.
That's great.
That reminds me of that reminds me of my friend worked at a Games Crazy in Hollywood Video, and I bought like there was no case for this specific game, so I think it was like Army Men 3D or some shit, and this fucking asshole gave me the case and he wrote like Men of Army or some bullshit. He wrote some bullshit on it, like like what the fuck?
Fucking
Lord of Ring,
Lord of Ring, Dobbly.
Dobbly.
It sounds so funny.
Yo, that is fucking funny, dude. That's funny, man. Oh my god.
Oh
man, that was I needed that. Oh man,
that's like that's like some friends of mine were like I have some friends of mine we go a lot of I know a lot of artists, so like a lot of times people will just doodle like heinous shit, and I remember like we doodled this one character named, his name was, it was like a poorly drawn Gollum. His name was Jellum. He'd never heard of the Ring.
Jellum.
He was just, he's fine. I'm Jellum. I've never heard of the Ring.
Yeah, what the fuck is that thing?
Yeah, well, I have no draw to this at all. I look like this because I'm just really unhealthy.
Yeah,
he's really. He smokes like 4 packs a day. 4 packs a day, no water.
Yeah, he's just like. Yeah. I love the idea of somebody looking like Gollum bereft of any magic influence. like that's just.
Did he always like that? Did he slowly become that? Or
no, he's always been some, like, if you saw a picture of like young Jellum and old Jellum, it would track that they were the same person. It definitely gets worse, obviously, as all things do with age. But he tracks.
Jellum.
Yeah, Jellum. I wish I could I don't know. Do I have that drawing or not? I don't think I have it.
Maybe.
Jellum. I don't really want the ring.
I just want to play some Chinese knockoff called Lord of Ring, dude.
Damn it. Lord of Ring. Oh, man. I don't know where Jellum is.
Oh, man.
It's so sad. I have it somewhere. I got to find it.
You're acting like Bryle right now, bro.
Bryle. I love Bryle.
David's character ever.
You get a hold of Bryle? I couldn't get a hold of him. This is all inside baseball. Every time I come, it sounds like Squidward Walking Road, and he goes, "Howdy, big dick, and really big dick. This is going to be my last month to ask a question as my rent has increased. Parentheses, fuck you, landlord." Yeah, it's always...
That's all right, man. It's really sick. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, we much appreciate it. Obviously, the show... Actually, no, specifically, I'm sorry. In your specific case, we're going to block the free feed from you. Because... Quite frankly, it's very selfish what you've done here.
Yeah.
How
are we gonna feed our kids, man?
Yeah. How are you gonna feed?
How are you gonna pay for my card addiction, huh?
How am I supposed to? Yeah. How am I supposed to get a new graphics card that I don't need?
Without you fucking pay for it. You fool.
I've actually been holding on. Like I rarely upgrade my computer parts. Like I hold on to my shit for as long as fucking possible. I'm so fucking frugal with that shit. But. Anyway, he wrote in, you fucks better answer. We will, don't worry. Bit of a serious question, though. What do you guys think of the eventual Biden versus Trump rematch in 2024? And what do you think of the independent candidate, Robert F. Kennedy? So, look, I gotta be real. I have not been paying attention to a lot of politics lately. I just don't really care.
Vaccine bad.
But I will say, that guy sounds...
Vaccine is bad.
I don't know how that guy hopes to win with that voice. Like, I'm sorry. Like, and I mean this genuinely. Like, if Bernie Sanders had Robert Kennedy's voice, I don't think I could stand him.
No way.
I don't think, like...
Stop.
Universal health care for Brooklyn.
Like, if we could get universal health care in the hands of everybody else.
just pounces on
Like,
someone.
so painful to hear.
Like, there's no way I could.
He has that. You ever have that? You ever tried that filter on Snapchat?
I know exactly what you're talking about. The wavery.
Because that's how he sounds. He sounds like that.
He does sound like somebody put. And look, that's not to like look.
No, I don't give a fuck.
I don't know what he's got.
Don't even do that.
I don't know what he's got going on. All right. I don't know what the fuck.
I don't care.
It's
And
just.
we don't
It's
care.
just.
Yeah, he had like cancer or something. I don't care.
What
I
I'm
don't care.
saying is just objective. Dude, that cough really hurt me. That voice will ruin you. Like, he has no chance,
Bro,
imagine listening to an entire fucking State of the Union address like that. Like, no way. I'm sorry. Like, you could be the best politician in the world. You're not going to supersede that voice.
So I'll tell you one thing. What I like about RFK Jr.
It's like reverse Keith David.
Yeah. I like him because he was being used and propped up by the right at first because he was running as a Democrat. So they thought, oh, he's going to draw votes away from Biden.
Oh, yeah.
Turns out, because the right was propping him up and he says a bunch of batshit things that the right conservatives like, he's actually taking away from Trump voters, from some Trump supporters that would give votes to Trump. And so now they're upset and now they're shitting on him. And I absolutely love that because he's running independent now. I absolutely love that that's happening, which to me, that was the only thing that was ever going to happen.
Oh,
How
yeah,
the fuck are you
100%.
going to run as a Democrat and be like, vaccines are evil, AIDS is not a thing. It's because gay people were doing drugs and they got it that way.
Duh.
Wi-Fi is fucking ionized radiation. And it causes leaky brain. It breaks down. Like, yeah, duh. Like,
So you know what's crazy?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just
Go
one
ahead.
quick, like, really tiny aside before I lose it.
Sure.
It is wild to me that there's so much fear mongering around like cell phones and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, oh, the Wi-Fi signals are going to do this. But we all had televisions at a certain point where you could put your hand up to it and feel the fucking static radiating off of it, and no one cared at all.
Yeah,
put my
they're
balls
more
up to it.
concerned about this shit
I put
because
my balls on it. I'd rub my balls
Dude, in
on the whole
retrospect,
thing.
because I have a CRT, right? I have a CRT that I turn on every once in a while to play like a PS1 game or something old.
Right.
And I'll put my hand up to the thing. It's like, dude, this is so alarming and concerning.
you can feel you can feel your cells being destroyed.
Dude, it feels fucking crazy. The fact that you can feel the invisible energy radiating off a piece of technology should have been like such a big razor of red flags. I don't know if it's toxic at all. Like, if
I
that
don't
shit like
think
fucked
so.
with people at all. I doubt it. But like, just the
It
idea,
feels like it.
Just the idea, it feels concerning.
Right.
And so like now
That's
it's like,
so
I
Much
funny.
more
can't
than
feel
like a fucking cell phone, right?
much more than a cell phone, like by a lot. Anyway,
But this
continue.
is but
I
yeah,
wanted to
no,
bring
you're
that up.
right. This is the thing that they're being told to be. I made this point just a few days ago talking about Anthony Fauci, where
Yeah.
Anthony Fauci's been in the government since fucking Reagan. They just keep hiring him because he's doing like you're doing a fine job, so they just keep hiring him back. So he's been there for decades. But then all of a sudden, he's like public enemy number one, trying to this grand conspiracy to get everybody to take this jab that's gonna activate with some like all this crazy. I'm like, dude, this guy's been around for fucking forever. He's since your poppy was like, oh, Reagan's my god and shit, and Fauci was there too. Like, he's just a nonpartisan guy in the government, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then-
yeah.
But
Wasn't
now
that like a
he's-
thing? I think a lot of people were turning on him because, like, well, obviously outside of the obvious stuff, but like
Right,
there was
right,
like there's that thing about like I saw some. I didn't look into this at all because I just didn't give a shit. But it was like something about him like.
It was like the testing, right?
It was like
on
the dogs?
puppies,
Yeah,
puppies
yeah.
or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Which,
Testing on
like,
dogs
man,
is it?
fucking science. If you pay attention to enough stuff, and you see, really the only time people really find out about this stuff is when the animal, people outside of PETA and then people outside of PETA or adjacent to them start bringing this shit to light, where how a lot of products are tested. Obviously,
Oh, dude, yeah. My immediate assumption is that my immediate assumption with all science is that they're doing some crazy shit to animals all the time
because they can't do it to humans.
Yeah, like my assumption is that like let's put a screen on rats so we can pictochat during the next plague or whatever. Like I don't know what the fuck. Like I seriously like I just assume the absolute worst shit is going on with animals. I assume like if you have like a Band-Aid that like repels 99% of all bacteria, I assume that was found because some scientist somewhere threw a pig into an oven and threw that oven into space and yanked it back down real hard or something. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I assume it's all pretty bad.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's like uniquely bad compared to any of the other animal testing. Like there's like those rats with human ears growing on them and shit. Like I don't know.
Like I would rather have.
It's so funny. It's so funny because dude, if I'm being very real, I think human testing should be brought back. Not forcibly, obviously, not forced on
voluntarily,
people.
absolutely.
Voluntarily
totally
should be brought back. I think that we are holding ourselves back scientifically way too much.
You know what the issue with that is, right?
Oh yeah. At what point is it fine? It's a lot of shit that goes on.
No. The issue is that the only people who really would agree to that are people who are like really like destitute and really they have nothing left, or people who are so mentally compromised that it would be looked at as like, are we just like
I guess there would have to be a lot of stipulations.
You know what?
Like,
yeah,
be very cognizant.
And then the thing is that how are people going to abide by these things? Because it's the world. Things always get fucky. Whenever people are put in charge of anything, it's going to get fucked up. I think that we're just holding ourselves back. I think if we were testing on humans, it would be much better. But also, we would cross these hills that hold us back so long ago. That held us back so long ago, but unfortunately, obviously, being a human test subject is going to be murky.
Right. We have
Kingston volunteers.
Yeah, for everything. He could be
not everything.
It doesn't matter.
Okay. Hold on. Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you vote for Kingston to go into human testing.
Everyone's raising their hand.
I'm gonna end the call right now.
Okay, so it's 2-1. It's 2-1. It's 2-1.
Yeah.
So
sorry, buddy.
Sorry, buddy. You're
off.
Really
corrupt the call and everything.
No.
What if you come back and you're a Teletubby? You got like a big screen on your stomach.
Kingston. Kingston.
And it's an it's an RCS or whatever it is. I can feel this zapping me. Get it out!
I need your blood, Kingston. I want to live forever.
He sounds like the chocolate lady from SpongeBob.
Come here, Kingston. It's disgusting. No chance.
Yeah. Biden and Trump, I don't know.
Biden and Trump, I don't know what's going to happen. God damn it. All I know is that it's fucked up. I will say this, and look, I don't even like admitting this. Biden has been 100 times better than anybody ever perceived happening. With, like, say, if you pay attention to things that he's actually done, it's shocking because we know his past, and he's also, he's been a piece of shit, and so it's fucking bizarre. But he can't get past his decrepit ass. That's just there's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing that he can do to even. I feel like even if he fucking actually somehow got universal health care passed, let's just say in a fantasy world, right?
Yeah, he would never.
Of course not. but like, say it happened, if somehow fucking it got past the fucking House and shit, and like all this. Let's just say people are still going to be like, fuck, but he's so old, no matter what. Yeah. So he's kind of fucked in that sense where I'm like,
I think Biden can win again. I think Biden can probably win again.
He can, but shit, man. Do you
think Trump's going to win?
I don't know. I don't know what the logistics of this even are. Like, is he allowed to even, like, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
So Trump is pulling a little bit better than Biden right now, but this is what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that because so many of these dumb retards think the election was stolen, that they are going to feel jaded. They're going to feel apathetic, and they're not going to do anything about it. They're going to be like, what's the point of voting if it's just going to get fucking stolen again? I think they're going to lose a lot of votes. There's obviously a lot of people who got sick and died because they didn't get vaccinated that lost a lot of support. It might turn out to be that he gets crushed in a way, like, because it was very close. It's possible.
But
I still am concerned.
The thing to me is just like, dude, the biggest disappointment to me about all this is just like, dude, it's the same thing again. It's like,
it is.
It's so, like, this whole story is so boring at this point. It's like, oh my God, get new people in. I don't even care if they suck.
Hey, we just got to put up 4 more years, man. 4 more years. We just got to put up 4 more years. regardless of what happens.
4 more years.
I guess.
4 more years.
Trump can only do 4 more years. Biden can only do 4 more years. As far as these two fucking dickheads,
And then
As far as presidents go, like Biden's been pretty like mundane to me. Like he hasn't really done anything like horrendous or like anything.
He's actually done some pretty good shit. Like you really got to pay attention. That's what I'm telling people.
I'll admit, I have not been paying attention.
I tell people like actually go look it up. Go look it up, and you'll be fucking shocked. Actually,
pleasantly surprised.
You'll be like, oh wow, this guy's done a lot of pretty decent things, and almost to the point where like. But like I say, it's so under the radar because it's Biden. It's fucking Biden. It's like, you know, he's
barely alive. Man.
Let's just put it this way: he's the most progressive president that has ever lived, which is fucking hilarious to say.
Well, no, that can't be true. That can't be true. We have FDR. That's like,
no, more than FDR. It's actually true. Like,
I don't believe that.
That you need. That's what I'm saying.
I guess I'll look it up. I have a really tough time believing that.
That's the problem. We're so jaded. Well, no one's like actually because we're like fuck Biden, right? Like this fucking old piece of shit. Get him out of here. So we're not really paying attention to what the actual positive things that have happened, because a lot of people think they look back fondly on Obama, for example, where like it's the nostalgia. It's like, oh man, this guy was actually pretty good, and you're like, actually not really.
He was just a cool dude, really.
He was like, I want to have a beer with Obama. I still want to have a beer. I want to have a beer with Obama, and I want to play some basketball with him for sure.
He's a fine guy. Like Obama was a fine guy. He was the mad president.
Yeah, he was. He played way along with everything because there's so many things that
he was a bit of a pussy, to be honest. But
I wouldn't say that he was blowing shit up left and right. It's not a pussy.
That's every president. That's every president, my guy. True. That's every single president.
But he was big. He had big numbers on the board, though.
Look at regardless of how we pulled out, Biden got us out. We were out. That's kind of insane if you think about it.
Yeah,
and then
like a lot of people are criticizing how it happened, but it's like
he got elected though.
Go ahead. What?
Didn't we go to Syria right after he got elected? He got elected in like a day or two later.
We've been in Syria for so fucking long.
But we were already out. We were out of Syria. Then as soon as he got elected, he was like, let's go back.
No, we weren't out of Syria.
Absolutely not. Dude, fucking Trump sent missiles into Syria.
Didn't at the end of Trump's presidency, he pull us out of Syria and then we go right back because of
I don't think Trump pulled us out of anything.
So. I don't think Trump pulled us out of anywhere. I think he said he would. He did say that. But
I'll stand corrected if he actually did, but I don't think he pulled us out of shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, whatever though. Who cares? I don't give a fuck about it. I mean, I say I don't give a fuck, but I do give a fuck. But I don't really give a fuck that much. You know what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah. To me, I don't know, man. It's between Trump and Biden again, and it's a shame. I really want old people to stop fucking going for these jobs. Go away.
You're right.
Retire. Enjoy your fucking life. Why are you here still? Why the fuck would you want to be in that position when you're that old anyway? It's crazy to me.
Power, man.
I guess.
You think about like RBG and think about Dianne Feinstein. Like these are trailblazers, right? These women actually did great fucking things, but they just couldn't let go. They just couldn't let go. They loved it. Like it's like, you get the fuck out of here. You fucked your party for staying longer. Like
the problem is this, right? The problem is this, right? When you find someone that's a good person and they're in power, right? You have the potential of taking them out and putting someone shitty in, and that is scarier than just having someone leave because they're old. Because at least though they're old, they're not a fucking psychopath. They're just really old and they're disconnected, but they're not insane. That's why people love Bernie Sanders so much. Bernie is extremely mentally progressive. It is that he's a relic. And unfortunately, you'd assume that there'd be way more people like him with his mentality at a younger age. But then you meet fucking the brown Obama, the one that's taking all Obama's shit. That brown nigga that's a Republican. Vivek or whatever that nigga's name is.
Yeah,
there's
Vivek,
people like him running around where it's like, dude, you're mad. You're moving mad right now.
Well, the craziest thing about that guy is that he's it's the biggest cognitive dissonance ever, where he's trying to appeal to the youth, but also he wants to raise the voting age to 25. So I don't understand how he's trying to appeal. Like he went on TikTok with Jake Paul, and he's trying to be like, "Oh, look I'm fucking hip." But like, you're trying, all the people you're appealing to, you're trying to get them not to vote. And why? Because the younger they are, the less conservative you're going to be.
Yeah, they're going to vote for your ass. Just.
Like what I hate. Look at. I've always been the person that tries to be respectable with people who come from conservative backgrounds.
No,
but conservatism, tradition is stagnation. Progressing is natural. That's what fucking nature does. That's what evolution is. It's progression. We need to progress as a society. Things need to get better. If you stop things and try to keep them the way they are, they stagnate. Imagine not having fucking cars, dude. Like, oh, I'm such a traditional guy. We got to keep these fucking horses. Like,
that's the Amish people.
Fuck up. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, shut the absolute fuck up, dude. Like, I'm sorry. I try to be respectable, but the people that are trying to keep these things the way that they are, it's stupid. It's genuinely stupid. It makes no sense.
I'm just too I'm too cognitively aware of just like, I don't know, like older people are always going to be mad at like newer generations.
Right.
Always. It's just like how it always is going to be.
Of
and
course.
Just being aware of that kind of like,
I mean, I'm mad at Crocs, you know? I'm just saying.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know. I think about like some of the. I don't know. Like this, it happens a lot on TikTok. I see a lot of like this weird like, oh, generations at war with it. Like there's like all these like millennials and like Gen Z and like, shut up. And no one cares about like I don't. Maybe it's just me, but like I do not feel this weird like, oh, Gen Z is so fucking horrible. Like I don't feel this at all.
No, they're not. They're actually. They're
hopeful. Entirely fine.
I'm very hopeful actually with Gen Z. They're much more involved in politics. We talked about this before. They're paying attention way more than we ever did. We kind of failed actually.
I'll say this. I think they have better slang than we did.
It's getting. I'm enjoying some of the slang. Like even I know like they repackaged the word sheesh, but the way they say it is fun. They go sheesh.
I don't know about sheesh. Sheesh is dumb to me, but that's because
Shut your
old.
absolute fucking ass up.
But it's also
repackaged
old.
And it works.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I think Riz is awesome. I think that's such a good. That is such a good.
I think Riz is the
term.
stupidest one by far.
Riz is such a good fucking term.
No, Riz
dude.
is fucking retarded. What do you?
Riz is so
It
stupid.
makes
you like the only stupid
sense.
one?
It makes perfect. That only stupid one.
Can
you fucking
you
joke. No
Riz
crap on God.
Can you
excuse me.
charisma this
Stupidest
person?
one.
Can
Sorry.
you charisma this person? That's Riz.
The etymology of
so silly.
it. The etymology of
Riz.
it makes sense because it's a shorthand for charisma, and it makes
Riz.
sense. It makes perfect
you
sense.
charisma
It's not
this
like
person?
it's not like fucking Choom in Cyberpunk, where like
I mean,
you're just like, this sucks. This
Like
is
people-
fucking
We
stupid
already
as hell.
said like there was swagger, right? Swagger's a real word.
Yeah, swagger sucks also. Though.
No, that's a real word that
Swagger's
goes. They just,
good though.
It's like
right, but swag
that's-
is horrible.
It's not though. It's
alright.
it's existed. That's what
It doesn't matter if it existed.
I appreciate that better than people just being dumb with shit. It's like, oh,
Like
Riz,
Riz,
okay.
like Riz
Fuck is that? Sounds
doesn't
like
make
jizz.
sense
Get out
to
of
me
here.
because you can't.
You like jizz too,
The
Chris?
way you use Riz
Yeah,
is not the way
absolutely.
you
Jizz is
use
a
the
great
word
term. What do you mean?
charisma.
Huh?
You wouldn't use. The thing is that like Riz and charisma are not interchangeable.
Right.
That's why it's stupid to me.
No, that's the point.
That are not interchangeable, but it means
No,
that.
that it's a different way to say the same thing. It has like it's like a verb version of a different word.
It's just one of those
without
things
having
that- Who
What?
used charisma? Like, and when did at any point in time did anybody actually use charisma? Like say it's usually if you're talking about.
That's what I'm saying. It's not slang. Charisma isn't slang.
That's why it's stupid. Why are you trying to make? Why are you trying
Because
to use? Why are you trying to use
because it's been
charisma all of
turned
a
into
sudden?
slang.
Why are you trying to use charisma all of a sudden?
I don't
Alright,
agree
whatever.
with
There
that.
were better
I don't-
words to describe charisma that have been used. That's why just Riz sounds fucking dumb to
Like,
me.
okay, you're
I
gonna
like Riz.
you're gonna Riz this girl. Like, no, you're gonna pull this bit. You're gonna
Let's
go
look
pull
at
that
Riz.
girl.
Oh, man, he's
I
got
like
the- he's
pull
got
better
the
for
Riz.
that.
I don't pull. All right, that's a million other things. That's what I'm saying.
pull my dick.
There's only one. Like Riz only means that. There's nothing else that it means. As opposed to pull or like, oh, do you have game? Got game. Fucking suck a dick.
I feel like that's. I feel
I
like
like
that's
that better
man.
than Riz, man.
You would.
It's just like
I think. I don't know, man.
I like it better than Riz, man. I think I'll always go like you got.
There's so much worse
you
Gen Z
pull?
slang than that.
You pull. You
like
got
which
game.
one? Which one's worse? Which one's worse than Riz?
I think fam sucks. I think.
Fam?
I
That's
think
not
fam
even
sucks.
Gen Z.
It's not us.
It
Is it millennials?
No, that
is.
you're like I.
Well, then-
my
well, then-
fam,
then I'm
my
still correct.
fucking- My black ass family. That is.
Fam.
Yeah. What's good, fam?
I didn't hear fam until the last like 5 years, probably.
That is crazy.
2017 was the first time I heard
That's
fam.
like
I remember,
fucking-
being like,
Chris, you have to be
what the
making
fuck
that up.
is
No.
this?
Chris, you have to be making that up. That's
I'm not
insane.
joking.
You didn't heard fam. You haven't heard fam.
I
Fam
have-
is from the 2000s,
Kingston.
bro.
Fam is not from the
People
2000s.
in
Not
rap
around,
music
would
say
not around my
fam,
people.
bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was definitely listening to rap music in the 2000s.
Well, that's our
But
point.
still,
saying that
that's
it's
where
way
it's from.
older.
well, so it's older than millennial. So what is it?
Honestly, I would say fam
So
is
it's
Gen
just-
X. Honestly,
Well, it's stupid.
it's
I don't like
not,
it either.
though. You're just
I don't like it at all.
What
Well,
else?
that's stupid. Like I don't know why you wouldn't like it. It's just all you're doing is like You're just okay, family. I understand why people shorten things because it's like you don't need to say the entire thing, fam. Charisma is not a word that people people say family all the fucking time, so it makes sense to shorten it.
But family's not even that much longer than fam.
It's
not even a good shorthand.
Family, fam. What are you talking about?
It's still a short version.
Charisma.
Yeah.
It's way worse.
It's the same amount of fucking syllables.
Look, I think
I don't like cap. I don't like. I think simp is annoying. I don't like.
Simp is another one that's old.
Woke is fucking annoying, although that's old.
Woke is simp is old, bro. Like people saying they're using it.
All right, everything's old. Everything's old. Sorry,
but that's the thing. Like, well, you're using bad examples.
Well, you use sheesh, which is fucking old.
But I'm saying I like that. That's okay with that.
Are you talking about the people who go like sheesh? That's cool to you? That's awesome?
I didn't say any type of... No, I didn't say any type of fucking...
That's the only context that it's back. And by the way, that's dead now. I remember Kingston was doing that unironically for like several months, and it pissed me off hearing that. It I think it made me move away. It really made me move away, sincerely.
I think that's why maybe because
it made me move. I was like, I got to get away from this fucking guy.
To me, it's just the worst. Why I like it is I like this, when people make up things like when they need to react to something, it's almost like an emoticon, right? And like there's something about it that is just funny to me, and that's why I like it. It just reminds me of, all right, there's these dumbass kids just say now, sheesh.
You know my favorite, bro? Oof.
Cute.
Oof is funny. I think that one is actually hilarious.
Oof
like
is
something
fun.
really bad happens to somebody, like oof.
Oof is fun.
That's not even really slang, though, is it?
I don't know. Well, I don't know.
Because that's just like...
I guess that's slang. I guess that's just its own thing, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like... Because I'm sure people have been saying that for a long time. Like, I don't think they were aware that they were saying that. It's just like, that's like a natural reaction whenever you see somebody fuck up. Like, oh, ooh. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, I guess we're going to have to do some polls or something. We'll have to do some polls. Let's see what people think about, like, Riz.
Under a microscope is stupid. Then you really
most slang is stupid.
Yeah, of course.
The only good slang I think is probably... The only objectively amazing slang is probably cool. Cool has withstood the test of time.
And dope.
Yeah.
Dope's less so I
think universally, like, people you kind of use cool, like old ass people to fucking kids. That's pretty cool.
Like
people in their 70s, people in their 70s use cool. People in their children use cool.
9-year-olds use cool.
Exactly.
Like, oh, it's very cool.
It's the only slang that's like lasted forever.
I feel like cool. I feel like cool's existed and promulgated so long because I haven't slang anymore. It's just like cool. Like,
well, I mean, it is. It's their.
Well, I mean,
it is, I guess. Yeah. But like, it's like, oh, that's just.
But I know what you mean. It's so fucking accepted. I understand.
Because
I'm actually curious to get people's their take on how they feel about Riz. Because my natural reaction was just like when I first heard it. When it was explained to me what it was, I was like annoyed. Like that was my natural reaction. So
I don't like it because it's just
I'm looking up a bunch of this. I'm looking up a bunch of
substitute Riz and charisma for each other.
Well, the thing that I look at something like Riz or like things like that, and I look at it compared to like cool beans or awesome possum.
That's crazy.
Or shit like that, where I'm like,
those are white people named Billy.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, man. That is so shit. It's crazy.
To me, like Riz is like, oh, you got the juice now, man. You got the juice. You
like
got
the sauce. Like this guy got the sauce, right? Like I like that.
Yeah.
But I don't like that because of the context of music. That's why.
It's all. I don't know. It's all of that stuff because I feel like so many people don't have charisma. I just don't think they're using it right. Like all these motherfuckers talking about Riz and shit. I'm like,
you go to the girl and you like,
you ain't got shit, bro.
Hey, what's going on?
You got no machismo. You got nothing. Like you're saying this shit, and I don't think you truly understand what it is because you're fucking lame. That's just kind of how I feel.
Machismo means something very different from me.
Well, I mean, it's
me. That's it.
It's like what would you call it? Hispanic fucking male toxicity.
Yeah.
What's it called? What is it called? What is it called? Toxic. What do they say?
Toxic masculinity.
Toxic masculinity. What
Toxic masculinity. There you go.
How did you forget that?
Because I don't believe in it.
I don't believe it.
That's perfect.
It's not real. It's not fucking real. That's why.
You could not ask for a better fucking.
I think that's where you should probably start reading the things. I think that was the closer. That was the perfect closer.
That is pretty good.
Where are you?
I hope we have a couple feminists listening.
I cannot find you. Where?
All right, let's do the readouts.
Should it be where are you penis? I mean, good one. I'm good.
What is? Oh, real quick. I was listening to a podcast, and then please read. And these guys, they're called Cognitive Dissonance, and they were just talking about how the hysteria of like fake news and all this stuff, and they were talking about shaken baby syndrome, how fucking everything was being classified as that, but it was like such a minute thing that like rarely happened. It was kind of like a it was just like hysteria and all this shit. And so when they were talking about that on the next episode, they felt compelled to clarify that, oh hey guys, we were talking about that, but we just want to make it very clear that doesn't mean that we think it's okay to shake babies.
I think it's totally okay.
And I was laughing because I was just thinking, how many
keep them on their
people
toes
wrote in?
Dude, they wrote in concerned that they were like, "Oh, you're supporting shaking babies.
You guys are advocating shaking babies," and that's what I just thought. It just popped in my head because
God,
of my obvious joke of what I just said,
stupid.
And I was
that's
like,
so annoying.
Some piece of shit's probably going to be like, "Oh, what a fucking asshole."
I think you should absolutely. I think I advocate for shaking. I wonder if you could realistically, I wonder if there's an entire generation of Californians, for example, like if you could track the day a big earthquake happened. Do you know what like if you had like a bunch of babies in a nursery at the same time during like a big earthquake and they all survived, if you tracked that exact generation later on in life and like did like psychoanalysis on them, I wonder if they would be significantly crazier than people who were born like even just like a day before or a day after.
This is exactly what we need to fund.
But we are not brave enough to we are not brave enough to conduct the science that needs to be conducted. We are not brave enough to shake a room full of babies to see what they would be like in 30 years.
You're not brave enough. You're not brave enough.
I am brave enough. I would do it in a heartbeat.
I would shake a baby.
We gotta get Fauci.
I'd shake a baby like a maraca. Like I'm trying to mix a fucking protein shake. I'd shake him. I'd fucking in a heartbeat. I don't give a shit. Especially if it's not my baby.
You ever see a motherfucker mix a martini and shit?
Exactly. Fucking flip the
baby. That's a crazy way to shake, because that's like you're grabbing its legs and its head and
just mixing the middle of it. You're just violently mixing the middle of its body.
Stupid fucking baby.
Dude's baby's heart's in its kneecaps. All right, let's move on.
Go. Yeah.
All right,
let's go.
You gonna start the reading now or what?
Count me down.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. I am so gay. I just like to suck some penis down. He came directly into my brown. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. I am so gay.
I am so gay.
Never meant to make the penis cry. I thought I was
cry?
sincerely bi, but I like penis. Ooh, I am real gay.
Nice. John Guido the Fourth. I listened to every episode of the Snark podcast, and all I got was this lousy dick. Transfem and sat in the chemistry program, the chemistry PhD program. Revised. Semen on a human being. You assuming I won't suck men? What I gotta do to bust a nut in you? I'm super homo. So dumb.
I love that semen on a human.
He calls it rap gayed.
Yeah, rap gayed. So not even rap gay, but gay with.
It's so dumb. All right. In this farewell, everybody's just pitching their fucking. You got to stop at some level, at some point, because it's just it.
It's a meta for right now. It'll pass.
It's a meta.
Not. It's never gonna pass.
It won't pass. It's never gonna pass because we're.
I'm beginning to think I'm a rap gayed.
I'm feeling like a rap gayed. Feeling like a rap gayed.
That sucks so much. That sucks so hard. I hate it.
My brain had to like think about it for a second.
You stuttered. You buffered when you said that.
I was like, wait.
In this farewell, there's no cum. There's no hot buff guys. I've sucked enough ends. Dicks from 1,000.
Like a rap
dicks from 1,000 guys. Obama, Lord of Drone Strikes. I have a target lock on Matt Walsh house. Listening to. Let's go. Looks like we're going to kill Matt Walsh. Let me be clear. I do not do this lightly. We've been planning this for many years.
Yo,
we're going to set him ablaze. Yeah,
we are going to blow him to smithereens. How you say?
Push the button, Bo.
Push the button. I forgot that we had. I forgot about that bit of like Obama being son of Sam and Bo being like his like the dog that told him to do all that shit.
Yeah,
I love that bit so much.
Listening to Sweeney makes me consider racism. Baller of the first sin. There goes my homo. Watch him as he blows. Keith David, but British. 13 episodes and counting down. I am the darkness. Cammy and Chun-Li sweat bubble bath. Oh, man.
Dude, you saw the video they got tweeted where it was like me drinking Chun-Li's bathwater, and it's a dog, like a real sad looking dog, just like lapping it up.
I did see that, yeah.
And like just looking disappointed, but still lapping up.
But still
water.
doing it.
Jolly old dipshit banging pussy and parole. Johnny Silvercock, Silver Grab, Ball Twister Machine.
Nice.
If you like penis, a lot of getting cock in the rain. If you're not into Yo Girl and you love an anal pain. the only Snark Tank patron to both justifiably and verifiably shot and killed not one but two people. Dear Slim, I rammed you, but you still ain't coming. I licked your shaft, your testes, and your taint down to the bottom. It's just called man.
It's just called man.
by M.
My dick's gone soft.
What was the joke?
Why?
What was the joke that it was? But what was the joke? Because it was by M Men M.
Dear Slim, your cock is real thick, and I've been trying to say.
Adrian, get a glass. I want to see it.
Dick's gone soft.
Sweeney, lick my weenie. Cocksucking Gage. Oh my God! Holy guy, but you've been down to long sucking on this peen. Oh God, he's coming at me. The Mask 2, starring Paul Blart's mall cop in blackface.
Nice.
Help.
Nice.
I forgot we did that. The Mask. I thought we did
Yeah.
Mask. I forgot we did that. Holy shit! There are entire things that I forget.
Right.
I hate how much of my own life that I've sincerely forgotten. You know what I mean? You ever think about that?
Nah, not anymore because I forgot.
Nice. I forgot to think about it.
I'm forgetting shit rapidly, bro. I've
Maybe
definitely woken up a few times.
Maybe that's why we forget, because it would be
It'd be too hard to remember.
it'd be so stressful to remember. Come in my ass, you're drilling me. All I want
I
is
woke
your
up
ooze to
yesterday and
kill.
Lou was next to me and I was like, who the fuck are you?
Who's this?
Who the fuck are you?
Caucasian
Like, 3
container, the
times. I
cracker
was
off
like,
for
oh,
days,
never mind.
tinfoil tyrant, learning voodoo with witch magic to keep Dianne Feinstein in office, putting blackface on my light bulb. Guys, the Crazy Frog song has 4 billion views. Yeah, it does. Sweeney, swallow up my peenie, bend my dick, come in a snatch, sings, at first I was gay, I was homofied, kept thinking I could never come without your dick inside.
Nice.
Homofied is so dumb. She
Homofied.
Pipkin on my Pippa Possum. That's my real name. But when I fuck you, I can cream so much harder than before. Watch my ass in the air. That's so much. It's so much. I got Shockwave in my head. Who calls me illogical. Yo, that is distressing.
Is that Dracula flow? What the fuck
I don't
is that?
know, but it sounds like it. I got a shockwave in my head that calls me illogical. I'm making decisions. Bro is cooking with mysterious ingredients.
I fucking love it, man. He's just saying shit.
There's a fourth one apparently, like a secret fourth one, a secret one. That like I think you have to have like a link. I think like some like people are going around sharing it, but I don't. No one's shared it with me. Or if this is even real, I don't know. This is something I heard. Like I passively read this on Twitter. That I probably implied a lot of that. Average clit energy. I hope Sween gets vitiligo.
That's crazy.
Can you imagine
Looking like
Lego? That'd be so fucking funny. That'd be so funny.
Sweeney comes to the podcast looking like a fucking gateway PC.
Stop. It's not funny. It's not funny.
Worst fucking nightmare. That'd be so good.
I'd be so sad if I was white. Lily wouldn't love me anymore. I'm pretty sure she'd be like, "Ew."
I would laugh so fucking hard. I would break into your house and straighten your hair in your sleep.
She'd be like, "Ew, you're not the Kingston I want," and she'd throw me away.
Yeah.
I would straighten your hair. I would sedate you, straighten your hair while you're asleep, and wake you up. I would blast every single Blink-182 song at once on their own independent speakers in your fucking head.
So I just absorb all of it. I'm like, "No, dude,
No, dude,
no, dude."
Shit, man.
You're shit, man.
Fuck,
What the
Chris,
fuck?
that was not funny, dude.
That was so not sick.
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone. Oh, come on.
Come on. on.
Yep. I'd have to get the news at that moment.
I like how people talked like that. Like people.
What is that?
People talked like Michelle Branch sang.
You're everywhere.
You're everywhere. By the way, no hate. I love that song.
Oh
Sincerely.
yeah, dude, fucking.
You're everywhere.
Didn't
me.
Wasn't her was she
the
the person? Was she the person where like her husband was like one of the Gypsy Kings and cheated on her or something? Like
the Gypsy Kings? No,
He was a Gypsy King. He wasn't a Gypsy King, but he didn't cheat on her.
You threw the information on my head by saying that. It was the Black Keys singer. No. Sorry, the drummer of the Black Keys. This ugly piece of shit.
If you Google any of the Gypsy Kings, imagining any one of them with Michelle Branch is so
wildly
funny.
Old?
Somehow, I mean, I don't know. Probably now, yeah. I would imagine. Yeah, they're all pretty.
The Gypsy Kings.
They don't look. I will say they don't look as old as I expected them to look. At least not uniformly. One of them looks like fucking Walter Mercado, like one of those like. He looks like one of those Puerto Rican. Oh my god, what do you call them?
Baseball?
Fortune teller people.
A fortune teller.
All right. Only on the first page still. They should make pedos they should make pedos wear GoPros in prison so you can see what happens to them.
Facts.
I think that would be neat. Star Coffee on Twitch, bitch. The new Patreon cum stain logo.
All right, it does look like semen or something.
It looks dumb, but it also like, man, I gotta be real. I hated the last one. The first one I thought was great.
The first one was good.
First one was totally fine. Like I didn't see anything wrong with it. The second one, hated it absolutely. This one is dumb, but it doesn't make me as angry.
You're right.
Like
you're right.
Because like, what was the last one? It was like a line and a circle, and
it was like
supposed to be a P, but like what?
You ever see those like retard tests where they like want you to put the shapes inside things, like put the square block in the square hole.
What do you mean retard tests?
What do you mean, regular test with my daily exercises?
I struggled with that. I struggled really hard with that test.
You're fucking stupid. That's why.
I forgot what those tests are called again, but you know what I mean, like a competency. I forgot what they're called.
Here, Chris, put this triangle inside the triangle.
You're telling me that you aced your shapey holes in one go?
Yes.
I mean, I was sweating my ass off, but I pulled it off, bro.
Could you imagine that's like a universal thing? Everybody did really bad except for like 3 people. It's like you aced that shit first go. It's like, yeah, of course I did. It was really easy.
I feel that way sometimes when I hear about, like, cause some of my friends will tell me like, yeah, I was so good at math, but I was so bad at geometry, and I was like, geometry was like the only math I was like perfect at. Like I don't know how you can be good at math and bad at geometry.
Geometry
doesn't
is
make any
so
sense
easy,
to
it's
me.
hilarious.
I think
geometry
it's just one
is
of
like
those things
so
that,
fucking easy. It's ridiculous.
I think it's just one of those things that people,
You ever played pool?
Unless you're, well, I mean, playing pool's not going to make you good.
It does, I think.
No,
I
it
think all it
doesn't
does
at
is
all.
you just understand.
At all. What are you talking about?
When you're playing pool, you just understand that you're partaking in geometry, but it doesn't help you do your fucking work.
It absolutely does.
All geometry is just knowing the formulas for each shape.
I gotta tell you,
That's it.
dude, I have to.
So how can I find the circumference of something by playing pool? Please explain to me.
You hit it in the pocket, and then the pocket will tell you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you sure you're good at geometry?
You don't have circumference readers on your pool tables?
Ah, fuck.
What?
I'm buying the wrong table.
What?
I think
No, like just like, dude, like there's seriously like brilliant, like I know like really really fucking smart people, and they're like, and they're just like, is this obtuse or cute? And like I don't know, and I'm like, how the fuck do you Like,
I think it's just a waste of time to people. That's why.
Geometry
is so easy.
Geometry is useless, though. It is like one of the most useless maths.
If you don't care about something so little, it's so hard to retain that information.
Facts.
Like it's just personally, because we have to. You guys remember proofs, right?
Yeah.
I thought that was the dumbest fucking thing. It was almost like writing mini essays but doing math problems, and I thought that was the dumbest fucking thing on the planet.
It's really useful. That shit is all useful if you're gonna build a house. You're gonna build a house.
I will never build a house.
Or like property.
Ever.
Or like property.
Even if the apocalypse
like that shit
happens,
is dumb. I get it. No, you're right.
I'll
you're
never
right.
do it.
It's dumb, but like
it's one of those things where I took it in the. So I specifically took it in the summer. I took geometry honors in the summer because you learn stuff like all packaged into a few weeks. So you know you're gonna forget all that shit immediately. So you just learn it at the time, take the test, ace
but it's not even about knowing. It's not even about knowing it.
Just gone.
But it's not even about knowing it. It's like geometry is like intrinsic. It's like it's not something that. I feel like you have to be a genuine fucking like like, hey, you guys. Like, you have to be that level to not understand geometry. Like, you don't. I don't even think you need to learn it. It baffles me that people need to learn it.
You do have to learn it. What are you talking about?
The thing is,
there's so many signs to fucking memorize. What do you mean?
Geometry is simply understanding.
Chris, tell me all the signs. Tell me all the signs on the calculator that coincide with geometry.
I haven't used a calculator for geometry in ages.
It's super simple. Geometry is very simple. It's just knowing which formula for which shape. That's all it is. And that's all that math is, period. Knowing which formula to use to figure out which problem.
But it's just like anything else. Just like I said, like when my friend said, "Oh, I'm not good at school, blah, 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 this, and that." However, he knows everything there is to know about Batman and the Lakers. And that's just because he likes those things. And if he gave a fuck about school, he would be able to absorb that knowledge just as easy. Like, this motherfucker was a statistician when it came to fucking Lakers statistics. But then, try to show him some fucking geometry shit they didn't give, he could not care less about. He is not going to remember what the fuck cosine is. Or he's not going to remember, like, what you need to, like, he's not going to remember that shit, because he just doesn't give a fuck.
You don't need geometry very often, because it's like, most of the time you're just not using it.
You don't need anything past basic arithmetic, man. Like the basic stuff, mathematics.
You don't need anything.
Like, you don't even need algebra.
You don't even really need algebra at all.
You do. You need algebra.
Give me an example right now. Off the top of your head.
You need basic algebra expression just to find out what x is. Just give
me an example.
Finding out an undefined term. Like, I figured out.
No, we know what algebra is. Give me an example in everyday life.
Let's say if you have, let's say you have what you call it. You say you have a budget, right? You have a budget. You want to figure out how to save a certain amount of money of your budget. You need to figure out how much you need to spend. And then need to save to accumulate a certain amount of money at some point. Like, I want to go on a vacation in 6 months.
Bullet Train used I Need a Hero in an exceptional manner. Transfem Gremlin. Exposing people with lactose intolerance to 90 million roentgens of ionizing radiation. Yush. Not VinPen. I wasn't about to listen to all that. The Angelic DM. My Anaconda don't want none unless you got nuts, hon.
Damn.
That's crazy.
The idea of fucking someone with nuts and calling them hun is crazy. Nuts.
Richard Fisting will never forget dubstep in real life. It's your boy Shawnee D. Yuri Lowenthal is my Keith David. School shootings prove white people are best at AoE damage.
White people are best at AoE damage?
School shootings prove white people are the best at AoE damage.
Damn. Oh, man.
That's not... Is that... I guess?
Well, it depends on what type of... Because you can use a single, like, that's not very good at AoE. Well, no, but they usually do use, like...
They do splash damage. Because one person didn't do damage. This is because of the idea is that four people did damage to you, and then 35 people died. You're like, yeah, well, Spillage Village. You gotta give everybody a little bit of it.
Spillage Village.
Attack on all enemies. Like,
shoot on everyone in the room.
Yeah.
Ben and Jerry's Funky Monkey. Dracula slow voice. Pussy sticky like flypaper. Call me Joseph Delay because I ain't getting off that shit. 3XO. Buying Raycons in 2020 and them shocking my ear and ceasing function shortly after the warranty expires. Slurping, stroking, smoking, joking. Emoticons going like this. Morning Owlet. Keith David. Drip MH. Return of Drip. Keith David voice. Private Island, hurry up and put your balls in my ass.
I love
Jesus
that.
Christ. Obi, won't you blow me? There's a contest in the official From the Shadows movie Instagram account to win a chance at having a conversation with Keith David. Wild little coonberry.
I want to talk to Keith David.
Oh my God. Fuck police coming hard as I thrust and pound. I don't know what that means. Abby. Kotov syndrome by Rising It. Don't do this.
You gotta read it.
I don't even know what line from Kotov syndrome this is. He's deep in my asshole, jizzing in me inside my pussy. I don't even know what. I don't remember. I don't remember this from Kotov syndrome at all.
You gotta read it. Man.
Gay Harry Belafonte, 6-inch, 7-inch, 8-inch cock. Gay man come. And
big man come, man. I suck up his load.
So listen, it's 6-inch, 7-inch, 8-inch coke. Gay man come and me ass go numb. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
A lot of pounding, brother.
That's good. You got it. Rich Slate 583. I feel gay. Fuck you. The Peanut Brothers Emporium. A realistic Cammy and Chun-Li thigh shaped neck pillows. Self tightening sold separately. Donk Donkerson. Quiet pupil. You got to pay the trolls. Told again. The boys hole. Gate 6. The last guy who ran on the pack got choked out by some Givenchy gloves. Last thing he ever saw was the price tag. Guacamnolis Nigeus Peni.
I
I don't know what this is.
I thought you just said it. I was like, why did you just say the N-word?
I don't know what I'm reading. Tell him Steve
Peni?
Dave, gay slip, not be like I stick my penis inside your ass. A mean lesbian. I'm gay on 12. I'm high on 12 Jason Bournes. I forgot about that. I'm high on 12 Jason Bournes, looking to beat the cum out of a thick, fresh oak. John Strickland, Armored Hole, Sex Fires, Rubbing Cocks, Mercs 1889. Guys, you guys need to hear Strut by Steven Seagal. The accent, bro. I have heard this. It is insane. Have you guys heard that song?
Yes.
Dude, oh man, so
I know
good.
everything
He has a whole
there is to
reggae
know
album, you
about
know
that
that, right?
motherfucker.
He has a whole reggae album. First starts with Pete David, featuring a sick beat created by looping the video of a horse plunging down some bridge into a river. I have thought in my mind that like when watching that video on loop that it would make a good beat if you mixed it into something.
Yeah, I could.
Was there any
Yeah,
music? There was
definitely.
no background noise. It just horse falling.
It's just
No, you can hear the splash.
yeah, you can
hear
hear
the
it like hold
splash,
on.
okay.
Let-
Oh, how
let-
about over We Will Rock You? Dum 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 dum.
But he got a big horse.
Gonna be a big man someday. You got blood on your face.
got hay on your face.
Digging your hand all over your place.
Yep, yeah.
Oh no, because there's like beats in the background, so it goes boom boom boom. Like there's like some beats playing on a speaker in the background, so it's like boom 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 splash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was
I'm
it a
watching it right
carnival?
now.
They threw
Okay.
a horse off a bridge during a carnival.
God, somebody has that
Yeah.
video. I fucking want the rest
I wanna
of
know
it.
the
man.
full-
video, dude.
Yeah, I want the entire context of that
Yeah.
video would be amazing. Women who can't speak give the best head. Their mouths got to be good for something. Pre-Roz.
Facts.
Golf clap.
Perfect woman.
Blake 896. Hey, you three, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to masturbate in here. Getting suspended from school for mispronouncing that one African country. Yeah. Trish.
What, South Africa? South Africa.
Yeah, definitely that. Definitely not.
The idea of somebody saying it like that is so funny, dude.
What the fuck is it? What the
South Africa.
Whoa, whoa! Why
I
is
love
this
the idea of
country called?
I love the idea of extending that to just all part. Like it's just like, oh man, what the fuck is Egypt?
What is Egypt?
And this one's just called.
This one just straight up. I mean, as a kid, we all laughed at it.
Oh
We
yeah,
all-
100%.
we all
The second I
laughed.
saw it, I was like, they got a wild sense of humor over there.
For me, I called that one what it was called, and I was like, this one is with an A.
Trish from accounting, last meal I feel trash, Texas tater salad. I drank the piss out of another man's balls.
Nice.
Sue Hulk, tickle my ass hairs. Nikki Ziggy, Chris, it's me, Marcus again. I know you're still in the coma, but I need you to get your 8-foot-tall ass back in the fight. Emoticon's going like this.
8 foot tall.
It was all to cream. I used to read Gay Men magazine. Every time I come, it sounds like Squidward walking.
Nice.
Jackson
It was
DuPont,
all
Badly
the
Brave,
cream.
Hugger Derek, Duck Hunt, Cuterac, Final God of Gains, Aetherian, Progerian Hunter, Memphis One, the angriest crowd on his way to Texas. I'm coming for you. You know who you are. And as always, rounding out our list.
King.
The king of hazard.
The king of haphazard. Welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome again.
hazard, man.
All right, get the fuck out of here.
Is there a
Go.
king
Shut
of
up.
that? Is there a king of that? You know, the king of the F words.
No, it's not a hill.
I hope so.
I gotta find him.
The king of the. I hate that we can't say the F slur because it's just food.
It is
in
funny.
England.
It's just it is.
It's
yeah,
a funny
yeah.
word, but like I understand it's offensive, so I won't say it.
but it's food in England.
I don't
like,
take it super seriously. Like I'm not like it's. I won't go out of my way to say it. But I'm not treating it super seriously.
Yeah.
Like this,
I call-
I'm sorry. Like it's like retard where it's like. Okay.
Yeah.
I won't go out. I won't just scream this in a church or anything. But like, I'm not gonna call it the R word either.
You know what? Look, somebody said that retard was making a comeback on Twitter, and I thought I was like, "What the hell are they talking about?" And then I noticed some people on stream that saying it, and then I saw somebody talking about it, saying that like, "Hey, why the fuck is this coming back?" And so I guess it is. I guess there's people that are feeling more comfortable saying retard. Like there's like a trend going on right now.
It's because we're all stupid now.
Yeah,
I feel like it's so much easier
reason
to
I feel
say
like it's
fucking stupid. I just think that stupid hits harder now.
Doesn't truly
get the point
me.
across.
I just think because I don't know, for some reason that word never appealed to me.
Well,
It
to
always
me,
appealed to me. I like it.
To me, the thing about it is just like any word that you would replace it with is still just as offensive because it just means the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
So like,
It's kind of
what's
like
the
saying
point
the
even?
N-word. If someone literally calls you into your face and say you stupid N-word,
I might laugh.
like, well, you might laugh, but okay, but would you feel different if they actually just said the N-word to you?
Yeah, someone calls me an N-word, if someone's like, "You're an N-word," opposed to saying the N-word to me.
Like, yeah. Like, someone actually says the little N-word versus just abbreviating and say, "Oh, you're a fucking N-word," but they're still saying it with intent, with like they're trying to be antagonistic.
I don't know. I think it wouldn't really change much.
That's what I mean.
It wouldn't
Exactly.
change much. It wouldn't change much. It's like
and that's kind of the point where if you're trying to
if
get
you called me the N-word, I'd be like, "Woo, you're bugging." But if you called me an N-word, I'd be like, "Dude, what are you on right now?"
Dude, I love. What was it?
Well,
What was
it is actually kind of funny.
What was that?
What
What was that clip? What was that? What was that clip of the guy being thrown? What was it? Was that
I'm
clip
not
of the
even
guy
gonna
being thrown
call you
over
that. You black person.
Yeah, like he just said you black person, and it was enough for him to get thrown over because obviously the intent is
Was to
still
call
the
him the
N-word.
N-word.
So like if I go up to somebody and I say you're fucking stupid, what is really the difference?
Well, the thing is that retarded doesn't mean that. That's the
Retarded
thing.
means a lot of things. That works
guess that's why
against
people get
you
upset.
because
Like-
stupid only means stupid. Dumb only means dumb. Outside of like some little slang, it just means stupid.
'Cause I
Retard means
think-
to slow down. That's actually like a word, like a
Yeah,
verb.
to retard.
Yeah, it's even a musical term too. It would be like there's no musical term where it's like, oh, let me N-word this riff real quick. Like there's no such like it's not
make it a
thing.
hip hop. They turn it into soul music. Let me just N-word this real quick, and it's just
Like
fucking
that's-
funk.
Yeah.
No, but what I'm saying is for real. Like there's like it's
Of course.
not only is it a word for like dumb or like mentally challenged, but it also has other meanings. So if anything, it's probably the only word that should probably be allowed in comparison to other things, which is stupid, dumb, lame. Those all just mean dumb.
I understand, but I think I think dolt, you twit, you dummy, stupid idiot. I think all of those sound better than retarded. That's for me. I just think those sound.
I like
better.
retarded a lot. The only one that I like better
I think it's all.
is
Can I say
calling
something?
somebody-
I think all of that is fine. I like troglodyte a lot, but like I like all that stuff. I think it's all fine.
dunce hat. Dunce hat's my favorite.
Dunce, you dunce.
I like
You
calling people
dunce?
not
Call someone
only
a
a dunce, I like calling
That's
them
what
a
my grandfather
dunce
would
hat.
say. My grandfather would say dunce, and
Like
that
dunce
shit
is
makes me
good,
laugh.
but it's like calling someone a clown. But then if you call them clown shoes, it's just better.
Clown shoes.
It's something like it's better when you just have this inanimate object, like you're a fucking dunce hat, or
Yo,
you're
dude, you're
fucking clown
so-
shoes,
God
and it
damn.
just
You
like
are
really
clown shoes.
It just-
The
bro.
worst is when
just
someone's
a little
upset
sharper.
and they say stupid. Like, yo, you're so stupid, dude.
yeah.
You're dumb.
Yeah.
Like that
tell
is
my wife
the
that.
best. That is
yeah.
the
Talk.
best.
Yeah,
After I
talk
hit
shit to
my
me.
wife every time after, I'm like, are you fucking stupid?
I will say.
Just
I will
the
say
look
generally.
Up, the look up just.
I'll say generally, I prefer people to be more creative than like obviously like I'm going to appreciate a nice creative string of insults more than I'm going to appreciate like retard or anything like that. But
Yeah.
like I don't know, like I just don't like I would like it's like you're really going to come in here talking shit, smelling like boiled cum. Get the fuck out of here.
Boiled
You know,
cum.
fucking veggie
Dude,
tail.
that's
Dude,
so
stupid.
disgusting.
You're dumb.
Veggie tail I like.
You
I've called people
fucking
veggie tails.
I love that one so much.
Yeah. Anyway, we should go.
Yeah,
Oh
let's
shit!
get it.
Yeah, bye.